Live from the Maverik Center in West Valley City, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey. As it's the middle of a three-game series between the Grizzlies and the Newfoundland Growlers. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's the middle game of this three-game set. The Grizz on Wednesday night got a 4-1 victory as Jordan Martell and Brett Stapley each scored first-period goals, and Josh Wesley and Dakota Raby had second-period tallies, and the Grizz got an outstanding effort from Trent Miner as he stopped 29 of 30, as Utah has now won 3 straight home games. They are 5-3 here in the friendly confines at Maverik Center, and we'll see what happens here tonight as the Grizz look to get back to the 500 mark this season. They are 5-6, while Newfoundland is right at the 500 mark right now. Through 15 games, they have a record of 6-3. Got a good goaltending matchup tonight. Trent Miner gets the start for the second straight outing. Miner picked up his third victory on Wednesday night. We mentioned he stopped 29 of 30, and he was just outstanding for Utah. He was the number 2 star on Wednesday night. Dakota Raby with the 1 goal and 1 assist performance. He was the number 1 star. And for the Newfoundland Growlers, it's going to be a different goalie from Wednesday night. It's going to be Dryden McKay, who last year had a 19-10-1 record with the Growlers. He's off to a little bit of a slower start this year. He's got an AHL deal with the Toronto Marlies. So Dryden McKay will get the start in net for the Growlers. On Wednesday night, it was Luke Cavalin who stopped 9 of 13. If you're in the West Valley area, come on down and enjoy some Grizzlies hockey with us. As at the Maverik Center box office, tickets start just $10 when you pay using your AFC debit or credit card at the Maverik Center box office. It's also Black Friday. And come out and watch the Grizzlies at an affordable price. They take on the Newfoundland Growlers. If not, we got the game right here on Flow Sports and audio coverage on YouTube. When we come back to the Grizzlies pregame report, we'll go over some fun facts that involve Brandon Cutler and the Rooster Jordan Martell. And Wednesday night featured what could have been the longest shift in Utah Grizzlies history. That was late in Wednesday's game. We'll talk about all that on the other side as the Grizzlies, for the second straight game, will wear the cream-colored jerseys. And the Newfoundland Growlers, they traveled nothing but their black jerseys, so that's what they're going to wear here on Black Friday at Maverik Center. Looks like a good crowd's filing in here, and looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It's the Grizzlies and the Growlers meeting for the 5th time all-time. Utah has a record of 3-1 against the Growlers. All four of those games, this being the 5th all-time meeting, are here at Maverik Center. This is the second of 6 meetings this year because obviously geographically that makes a lot of sense, as Utah will take on Newfoundland today and tomorrow, and then a 3-game set over in Newfoundland on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, January 5th through 7th of 2024. We'll come back and talk some hockey, and we'll talk about Brandon Cutler and Jordan Martell, as well as the longest shift in Utah Grizzlies history. We're in business on a Friday night, and you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies pregame report presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. Grizzlies and the Growlers meeting here on a Friday night. As I got Santa Claus behind me as we're having a good time. Looks like a good crowd is filing in here on Black Friday as Grizzlies take on Newfoundland for the 5th time all-time, but only the 2nd time here in this decade. Well, Brandon Cutler and Jordan Martell, they've each gotten off to fast starts this season. Cutler and Martell are both tied for the club lead with 9 points, but it's kind of odd when you look at the stat sheet just how similar Cutler and Martell have been so far this season. In fact, Martell and Cutler both have 4 goals this season. They both have 5 assists, and they both have 9 points. Oddly enough, Martell and Cutler have each taken the same amount of shots, 38 each. So you're talking about guys who have identical 10.5 shooting percentages. That's about where the similarities end. Martell, 3 power play points, 1 power play goal, 2 power play assists. Cutler, 1 power play assist. Cutler is a +1, while Martell has an even plus-minus rating. But you're talking about 2 guys that have been very similar in their production this season, and 2 guys who were productive last year. Martell averaged about a point a game for the Grizzlies after he was acquired in a trade with the Fort Wayne Comets. And Brandon Cutler, and this is his 3rd season with the Grizzlies, is averaging more than a point a game. You think about last year, 32 games for the Grizzlies. He had 15 goals and 15 assists, and he also spent time with 3 different AHL clubs, Belleville, Hartford, and Colorado. As for the Rooster, he was invited to AHL training camp with the Colorado Eagles and was certainly deserved, as the Rooster has certainly been outstanding for Utah. Watch out for him on the Grizzlies power play, which is trying to get going after 3 slow games. We'll see which power play gets going here tonight. Both clubs' penalty kill units were pretty good. Grizzlies were 3 for 3 on the penalty kill, although they were 0 for 5 on the power play. We'll see if that makes a difference here in tonight's game, as it's game 2 of a 3-game set. Grizzlies did sign Aaron Aragon a few days ago. He made his Grizzlies debut on Wednesday night. He had 1 shot in the 4-1 victory. He'll be wearing number 15 for the Grizzlies, and this is his 2nd game in a Utah uniform. A couple other Grizzlies who have been red hot. How about Brett Stapley? He's got a point in 5 of his 6 games with Utah, 2 goals and 4 assists. Watch out for him in just about every situation, as he's proving to be a pretty good all-around performer. And why not? I think everybody was expecting that from Brett Stapley when he came over from the AHL. After all, 2 years ago, he was outstanding for the University of Denver, essentially leading them to a Frozen Four national championship. He was a teammate of Kyle Mayhew, who was a productive defenseman that season. Stapley last year in 57 games in this league with Trois Rivières had 11 goals and 41 assists. So he's familiar with the Newfoundland jersey, playing them often last season. Stapley certainly fit in pretty well on Wednesday night, as he redirected a Corey Thomas shot halfway through the first period that turned out to be the game winner, which was Utah's 2nd of the game. That was 53 seconds after the Rooster went coast to coast and gave Utah a 1-0 lead, as Martell scored 10-10 into the first period. When we come back, we'll give you the lineups for both teams. It's the Grizzlies and the Growlers meeting on Black Friday here on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. It's the Grizzlies and the Growlers meeting for the 2nd time this season. Let's get to the lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Newfoundland Growlers, we're led by head coach Matt Cook, who appeared in over 1,000 NHL games. He's got a pretty lengthy Wikipedia page. Cook won his Stanley Cup back with the Pittsburgh Penguins about a decade and a half ago. Newfoundland's got a record of 6-3. They're 1-3-2 on the road this season. Starting in net is Dryden McKay, who's in his 2nd season with Newfoundland. He's 5'11", 175 pounds. In 6 games this season, he's got a record of 3-2-1 with a 3.48 goals against average and .892 save percentage. Dryden will be wearing number 45. The backup goaltender will be Luke Cavalin, who stopped 9 of 13 on Wednesday night. Starting defensive pairing, Jacob Modry, who's a big guy at 6'6" and 216 pounds. He might be the biggest guy on the ice tonight for either team. In 14 games, he has 2 goals and 2 assists. His father, Yaroslav, played in the NHL, and his brother, Luke, is a former member of the Utah Outliers. The other starting defenseman is Corey Dennis, who's 6'1" and 190 pounds. Dennis has 3 assists in 12 games and a +2 rating. Starting forwards, Isaac Johnson was the best of all the Newfoundland forwards on Wednesday. He scored their lone goal, which was shorthanded, 1:38 into the second period. Johnson in 3 games this season has 2 goals, for the Growlers. Last year, he was outstanding in a Newfoundland jersey where he had 45 points in 36 games. He's got an AHL contract with the Toronto Marlies. Zach O'Brien's been one of the best players over the last 5 years in this league. O'Brien was the 2019 Kelly Cup Finals MVP. Last year, he averaged just about 1.5 points per game, and he's been solid in 4 games this year, 2 goals and 3 assists. He was left off the scoring sheet on Wednesday, and the Grizzlies are going to have to keep an eye on him. Zach O'Brien will have an A on his sweater. He is wearing number 10, 5'11", and 193 pounds. Brock Caulfield, he's the brother of Cole Caulfield, who plays for the Montreal Canadiens. Brock played his college hockey at the University of Wisconsin, and this year, in 15 games, he has 2 goals and 8 assists. So starting defensive pairing, Jacob Modry and Corey Dennis. Starting forwards, Brock Caulfield, Zach O'Brien, and Isaac Johnson. Watch out for a couple other forwards for the Growlers. Grant Cruikshank has 19 points in 15 games, 9 goals and 10 assists. He's one of the best rookies in the league. And if he's not the best rookie in the league, it could be Jackson Berezowski, who also has 19 points in 15 games. He has 6 goals and 13 assists and a +11 rating. So watch out for Berezowski and Grant Cruikshank as well. And a couple defensemen to keep an eye out for from the Growlers' perspective. Nolan Dillingham has 2 goals and 1 assist in 12 games. Scratches for the Growlers, the 2 former Grizzlies skaters who's on the Newfoundland roster, they're both out. Captain Todd Skirving is out for Newfoundland, as well as James Melindy, Dan Cadigan, Matt Broussard, Jordan Eskett, Jake Hamilton, and Saren Noel are also scratches. Matt Broussard played on Wednesday night. He is replaced in the lineup by Lincoln Earn. Earn making his 10th appearance this season. Earn will be number 26. He is 6'2" and 203 pounds. Now for the homestanding Utah Grizzlies, led by head coach and general manager Ryan Kanasowicz. The assistant coach is Christian Horn. Grizzlies this season are 5-6. They are 5-3 at home. They are 0-3 on the road. Starting in net, the Grizzlies' all-time shutout king Trent Miner, who had his A game on Wednesday night, stopping 29 of 30. Miner, in 7 games this year, has a 3-4 record with a 2.45 goals against average and .915 save percentage. Miner, a former 7th-round draft pick of the Colorado Avalanche back in 2019, is 6'1" and 198 pounds. Dante Januzzi is the backup goaltender tonight. Garrett Metcalf is a scratch. Januzzi played last Saturday, stopping 31 of 34 in Utah's 3-2 loss at Iowa. Now for the defensive pairing, starting out is Kyle Mayhew, the University of Denver product, first full season as a pro. Mayhew has 3 goals, 2 of them have been unassisted. He also has 2 assists in 11 games. He is 5'8" and 160 pounds. He'll be paired up with the Grizzlies captain, Josh Wesley, who is 6'3" and 201 pounds. Wesley has 2 goals and 3 assists in 11 games. He scored Utah's 3rd goal on Wednesday night, which came 5 minutes into the second period. The Utah rolling with 11 forwards and 6 defensemen tonight. We mentioned Mayhew and Wesley are starting out. We will also see Brian Yoon, who leads the Grizzlies with a +6 rating. Jacob Semick, the Arizona State product, is 6 feet and 188 pounds, first full season as a pro. He'll be in there. We will also see Corey Thomas, the big 6'5", 215-pound defenseman. He's number 44. Keone Teixeira is making his 12th appearance this year. Teixeira has 1 goal and 2 assists. He is 6 feet and 210 pounds. Teixeira, one of 2 assistant captains. Obviously, Josh Wesley wearing the captaincy. Teixeira has an A on his sweater, as does the Grizzlies Iron Man, Tyler Penner, who obviously is in the Grizzlies lineup. So the starting defensive pairing is Mayhew and Wesley. We will also see Yoon, Teixeira, Thomas, and Semick. Jordan Stone, normally a defenseman, is playing forward for the 2nd straight game. Starting forwards for the Grizzlies, Aaron Aragon is making his 2nd appearance in a Grizzlies uniform. He played in 4 games earlier this year with the Idaho Steelheads, and he was very productive for Idaho. He had 5 points, 2 goals, and 3 assists in 4 games with Idaho. He had 1 shot on Wednesday night. So he'll be one starting forward wearing number 15. He's pretty fast, 5'9", 185 pounds. Nathan Burke, he's my pick for the Optum first goal of the game. Everybody make your pick as to who's going to score first for Utah tonight. Burke is 6'2", 190 pounds, played his college hockey at the University of Minnesota before transferring to Bowling Green State over the last 2 years. Burke has 4 goals and 2 assists in 11 games. Brandon Cutler, who's tied for the club lead with 9 points with Jordan Martell. Cutler's in there in the starting lineup. wearing number 29. He is 6'1" and 195 pounds. So starting forwards are Aragon, Burke, and Cutler. 8 other forwards for the Grizzlies tonight. Dean Yakur is in there. He's got 1 assist in 11 games. He'll be wearing number 5. Brett Stapley, watch out for him. He scored a goal in the first period, which turned out to be the game winner. Stapley has 6 points in 6 games. Stapley has a point in 5 of his 6 games this year. Vic Messner's been outstanding for Utah. Messner has a point in 4 of his last 6 games. He'll be number 10. He has 1 goal and 3 assists in 11 games. We mentioned Jordan Stone's going to be playing forward for the second straight game. He'll be number 19. Obviously, the Iron Man, Tyler Penner's in there. He has 1 goal in 11 games. Dakota Raby, who was the number 1 star on Wednesday night with 1 goal and 1 assist. He'll be in there for the 9th time this season. Cole Gallant, the Western Michigan product, 2 goals and 2 assists in 11 games. He'll be wearing number 25. The Rooster, Jordan Martell, wearing number 27. He has 4 goals and 5 assists and is tied with Brandon Cutler for the club lead with 9 points. Martell making his 12th appearance this season. Scratches for the Grizz. Dylan Fitz is out once again. He'll probably be out for a few weeks, if not months. Fitz has 3 goals and 2 assists in 8 games. Kay Jensen is a scratch tonight. He's played in 4 games this year. Cody Cron, a scratch for Utah. He's yet to make his Utah debut. Michael Underwood appeared in the first 3 games of the regular season, but he's out of the lineup once again. Utah's wearing the cream jerseys with 2 stripes in the front, horizontal stripes, 1 around the chest and then 1 around the stomach. A green G in the front, numbers on the sleeves of each arm. It's a very sharp look. Cream socks as well with black skates, black helmets. As Grizzlies have a pretty sharp look here. It's their 3rd uniform that they're going to wear from time to time. It's the 2nd straight game with the same uniform. Newfoundland on Black Friday is wearing the black jersey with white numbers, white lettering, and a little bit of gold on the bottom of the jersey. We're going to have a lot of fun here at Maverik Center tonight. As it's a good night for hockey. The Grizzlies taking on the Newfoundland Growlers. As looks like a good Friday night crowd is filing in here for the middle game of this 3-game set. Referee tonight is Dominic Cadieup. The linesmen are Craig Peterson and James McKenna. When we come back, we'll have face-off here at Maverik Center. It's the Grizzlies and the Growlers coming up next on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. I'm Tyson Whiting. The Grizzlies and the Growlers meet in a minute and a half. We'll be back after this.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Expectations here will always remain high, and we'll continue to find a way.
Guys put together a lot of good games, you know.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line tonight as the Grizzlies take on the Newfoundland Growlers for the second of a 3-game series. I'm Tyson Whiting. It looks like we got a good Friday night crowd filing in here as the Grizzlies are wearing the cream jerseys for the second straight game. They're led by third-year head coach Ryan Kanaswich. The assistant is the former Grizzly Christian Horn. Newfoundland is led by Matt Cook, the former NHLer, who's a former Stanley Cup champion. Cook played over 1,000 NHL games in his career. It's his first year as the Newfoundland leader. Starting in net for the Grizzlies is Trent Miner. He's making his 8th appearance this year. He's got a 2.45 goals against average and .915 save percentage. Miner, 6'1", 198 pounds, is in the last of a 3-year NHL entry-level deal with the Colorado Avalanche. Kanaswich with the arms folded. You see it on Flow Sports. In net for Newfoundland is Dryden McKay, who's making his 7th appearance this season. Cutler will take the face-off. He's out there with Aragon and Burke. The defensive pairing is Wesley and Mayhew. We're underway. Utah wins the draw, skating from right to left as we see it from high atop section 114. Left wing pass to Aragon, who dumps it in. Crowd still filing in as Brandon Cutler along the near boards in the attack zone. As he gets it towards Aragon, it bounces off to him. Burke falls down to the near goal line. Puck chips across to Isaac Johnson for the Growlers. Johnson gets around Burke. Now he feeds it across to Jacob Modry, who couldn't handle it. Modry collides with Aragon. High slot. Cutler shot save. Rebound shot saved by McKay. As Cutler took the shot from the high slot, then Burke had the rebound out in front. McKay made both saves. So Utah already 2 shots. 28 seconds into the game. They only had 14 on Wednesday in the 4-1 victory. Everybody make your pick for the Optum first goal of the game. As to who's going to score first for Utah, I am going with Nathan Burke. Brett Stapley will take the draw. He's out there with Cole Gallant and Mick Messner. Up top is Corey Thomas and Brian Yu. As Grizz made a quick line change, so did the Growlers. Cruikshank won the faceoff. Grant Cruikshank, who's had a good year, as pucks at neutral ice, and the Growlers will carry it out. Cruikshank skates down the middle. He gets cut off by Thomas. Good defensive play. As Yoon will tap it off the near glass. Puck bounces at center ice. That's taken by Dillingham. Nolan Dillingham. He throws it across. Growlers cross center ice. Tykonik over towards Berezowski. Right wing, righty shot. Saved by Miner. Rebound goes out to Stapley, who carries it out to center ice. Stapley, left wing chip to Messner. Dumps it in from center ice. Messner chases after it. McKay will glide it towards the far side. Teixeira, right point, keeps it in. He skates towards the right circle. Teixeira stops near the boards. Throws it up top for Messner. Right point. Lefty shot. Glove saved by McKay, who made it about letter high in the jersey. About chest high as he holds on. Grizzlies up to 3 shots here. 1:12 into the contest. Both teams to make a change. Dakota Raby out there with the Rooster. Jordan Martell. Tyler Penner with an A on his sweater will take the draw. Teixeira's paired up with Jacob Semick. Adam Daw will take the draw for the Growlers here early on. As a draw won by Newfoundland, Josh Victor will slide it across as a pass picked off of the left point. They're trying to hit Singleton, the Ohio State product. The Michigan man got it as Teixeira throws to the corner, but Martell is down. Victor skates around his own net over to Neil Shea, far corner. Now back across to Lincoln Earn. First time he's played in this series. He slides it out to center ice. Pass goes wide as the Grizzlies get it back. Raby skates towards his left. He skates down the middle. Now he enters the zone. Drops off for Martell. Left wing, righty shot. Saved by McKay. He holds on as we get another whistle with 18-17 left in the first. Still early on, so grab some chips and dip and a beverage of your choice and enjoy a little bit of Friday with us. Raby dropped it off for Martell. Martell's currently tied with Brandon Cutler for the club lead with 9 points. Dean Yakura out there with Jordan Stone. Mick Messner on the ice as well. Wesley and Mayhew, the defensive pairing. So all 4 lines getting a shift for the Grizzlies early on as Growlers win the draw. They throw it to the far side. Now Zach O'Brien near center ice will slide it towards the near boards. Wesley gets it. He collides with Brock Caulfield. Now up ahead. Growlers. O'Brien right side. Look to center. It kicks off the skate of Mayhew and flies towards the end boards as they throw it back to the far corner. does Newfoundland. Isaac Johnson throws up top. Pass doesn't connect. Messner skates over there. Right circle. Lefty shot. Saved by McKay. Wesley gets it in the far corner. Grizz in the offensive zone. As Dennis throws it across, as Grizz just couldn't get enough on a pass. As cutting across center ice, Joe Masonis, number 13, sporting a mustache, gets the center ice and drives it in. Minor lets it go to Corey Thomas, wearing number 44. As Grizz over towards Aragon, he loses it in the near corner. Action in the Grizzlies zone. As Cruikshank over towards Berezowski. Cutler flips it back to the far corner as Thomas moves it ahead. Burke over to Cutler. He gets it on the left side. Cutler left point. Lefty shot goes high off the glass. Stays in play. Burke on the right side kicks it to the corner. Gallant gets held up. Burke skates behind the net. Wins the battle with Dillingham. Burke over towards Gallant. And Aragon back towards Burke. He gets hit in the corner. Aragon gets the puck. Throws it to Cutler. Cutler right side. Flips it across. Picked off by Dennis. Will tap it off the far wing boards near the Newfoundland bench. Yoon gets it center ice. Yoon leads the team in plus-minus at +6. As Cutler backhands it towards McKay. McKay kicks it to the far corner. As Growlers skating from left to right. Moving out to neutral ice. As Tate Singleton, great speed, crosses down the middle. Left wing pass to Neil Shea. Backhand shot. Saved by Minor. 3.5 minutes in. Newfoundland now gets their second shot. Right side, Singleton lefty shot. Saved by Minor. Now they try to kick it out in front. It goes to the right side, Lincoln Earn. Right wing, righty shot. And a blocker saved by Minor. Left point. Newfoundland, Daw walks in, righty shot, and it's blocked before it gets to Minor. Grizz, Brett Stapley will bounce it off one of the linesmen. Newfoundland tried to throw it in, and it bounced off that same linesman who got hit twice there. As Grizz get the puck, they skate from right to left. Raby crosses center ice. It gets cut off by Johnson. Raby drops it off for Texture at the Utah blue line. Across to Mayhew. Kyle Mayhew behind Utah's net will start the attack as the Grizz spread the ice. We've been skating 5-on-5 this entire time. We're still scoreless. Diagonal pass to the right for Martel. He kicks to the right corner and gets it back. Now behind Newfoundland's net. Martel centers it to Raby. Lefty shot. Saved by McKay. Puck goes back to Raby near side. He'll skate towards the point. Raby still at the puck. He's now down the middle. Lefty shot and he swings and misses. Now right point. Wesley fires towards net. It got redirected and goes wide. Growlers get it to Zach O'Brien with an outlet pass to center ice. It's picked off by Mayhew. Right wing pass to Penner, dumps it in as Grizz chase after it. Joe Masonis has it behind the Growlers net as Newfoundland spreads the ice skating from left to right. Masonis gets to neutral ice. He crosses center and fires towards Minor. It bounced off the end glass as Wesley ahead. Martel along the far boards, still in the Grizzly zone over to Wesley, who kicks out to Penner. Now the puck slides to center ice on its side as the Growlers carry it back in. Dillingham right wing skates in, but the whistle blows as the Growlers are offside with 15:04 left in the first. Utah's up to 6 shots, Growlers with 2. And already it seems like the pace is smoother and going along better than at any point in Wednesday's game for both teams. So both clubs are off to a good start. Still looking for the first goal of the game. Utah's 4-1 when scoring first. They have scored first in 5 of their 11 games. Cutler will take the draw against Grant Cruikshank. Cruikshank in his rookie year, 19 points in 15 games. Cruikshank was outstanding in college at St. Cloud Stadium, 23 goals in 41 games. Cruikshank kicked out of the circle. Berezowski was a star the last couple years in the WHL with Everett. He's in his first season as a pro. Grizzlies win the draw. Yoon ahead. Cutler to the right side, gets the puck. He skates in. Cutler backhand shot goes just wide. Berezowski near corner as he throws it to the left point. As Cruikshank loses it, Cutler trying to feed it back to the corner. It kicked off a Growler skate. Now Newfoundland crosses center ice down the middle. As Dennis over towards Cruikshank, he tried to get it across to Tykonik, and it goes wide. Delayed penalty. Well, let's see. Nathan Burke knocked down a Growler, and roughing's going to be the call. Berezowski in the area. As the penalty looks like it's going to be on Nathan Burke. Burke will skate towards the penalty box. He's going to get 2 minutes. So the Growlers will have the first power play of the game. 2 minutes for roughing. 14:37 left. Still no score. Grizzlies 6 shots. The Growlers have taken 2. Utah's penalty kill was 3 for 3 on Wednesday night. So far this year, they are 79.3%. Growlers power play is 16.7% this year. Fans see the replay and argue their case. 2 minutes for roughing, 5:23 into the first period. Grizz win the face-off as Dina Kurup will clear it all the way out. Dryden McKay will kick it over to the far corner as the Growlers will start the attack. As Tykonik, right wing pass to Berezowski. He's at neutral ice. They'll throw it across to Cruikshank, who enters with speed. He'll drop it off on the point for Johnson, far side. Now O'Brien skates the left circle. Righty shot, saved by Minor. Rebound goes back to O'Brien. He's behind Utah's net. As Johnson throws up top to Tykonik, back to Johnson, who had the only goal on Wednesday. Slides it to Berezowski, now towards O'Brien. Right side shot, saved by Minor. O'Brien up top for Tykonik. High slot, righty shot is blocked as the puck glides towards the right wing boards. Penner blocked the shot. Ikura in the area as Grizz get it. Corey Thomas near side, clears it all the way out. Grizz will get 4 new skaters as the Growlers will switch up as well. Tykonik holds on to the puck. He'll skate towards Dryden McKay. Now he's in front of the net. He'll skate down the middle. As Tykonik over to Shea, he'll come off the ice as Tykonik. As Singleton throws it across. Growlers cross center ice. Singleton over towards Shea on the right side. Puck bounced off the boards and goes back to center ice. Neil Shea skates towards his left. He crosses the center red line. Now he crosses into the zone. Singleton right side at the point. We'll get it towards Neil, back to Singleton. Over to Caulfield down the middle. He'll throw it off the far wing boards as it's taken by Lincoln Earn. Earn didn't play on Wednesday night. First-year pro out of Canisius. As it goes to the right side for Singleton. Singleton danced around near circle. Lefty shot. Saved by Minor. Rebound goes to the far circle. Up top for Jacob Modry. 20 seconds left in the power play. Dennis throws it behind his back for Modry. Over to Singleton. Swings and misses on a one-timer to Singleton. Puck goes back to the right side. Now up top for Modry. High slot. Lefty shot is blocked by Messner. As they get it back to Modry. Left point. Slides it across to Singleton. Just outside the right circle. Over to the near goal line. Shea over to Modry. Late in the power play. Shea, as the Grizzlies are back at full strength. Growlers throw it to the left side. Shot saved by Minor. Now it's taken by Tyler Weiss. Weiss number 36. Singleton near corner. Skates back towards the point. Puck gets poked away by Nathan Burke. Fresh out of the box. Messner will carry it out to neutral ice. He gets pushed by Singleton. Messner gains the red line. And he throws to the Utah blue line. Try to get it all the way. Grizz change up skaters as Nolan Dillingham crosses center ice. He'll lightly tap it in. As Semick rolls it towards Burke along the far boards. It's cut off and picked off by Isaac Johnson. He feeds up top to Tykonik. He throws to Johnson, who's now on the left point. He'll throw it to the corner as Adam Daw chases after it. He gets engulfed by Brandon Cutler. As the Growlers, right point, Dillingham skates towards the corner, gets hit by Aragon. Dillingham keeps his feet, skates around Utah's net. As Dillingham, now on the left side, skates the point. Now he skates towards his right, drops it off for Johnson. Johnson loses the puck. Mayhew clears it out to center. Growlers get it back. Tykonik at center ice. He'll veer off to the right. Tykonik gains the line, throws to the right side. Adam Daw feeds it back towards the corner. He hits Semick as Semick tried to clear it out. He moved it to Stapley, who backhands it to center ice. Raby chases after it. He gets at the blue line. Raby drops off for Teixeira. Right side shot. And it's blocked by the stick of Earn. Lincoln Earn had his stick get in the way and blocked the shot as it flies out of play. Good look by Teixeira, but Lincoln Earn's stick gets an award there for blocking the shot. Timeout on the ice. We're scoreless. Both teams have 6 shots. 11:24 left in the first period on the Grizzlies Radio Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Minutes, 24 seconds left in the first period. Still no score. Both teams have 6 shots against the other here on a Friday night at Maverik Center. Utah wins the draw. They're in the offensive zone. Thomas with a lefty shot, and it's blocked by the stick of Berezowski and flies out of play. So that's 2 straight Newfoundland sticks that got in the way of Grizzlies shots. Grizz will be in the offensive zone. Corey Thomas scored an assist on Wednesday night. His shot got redirected by Brett Stapley halfway through the first period for Utah's second goal. That turned out to be the game winner. Utah won 4-1. Stapley communicates with the Grizzlies defensive pairing of Yoon and Thomas. Martell out there with Raby. Taking the draw for the Growlers is number 19, Grant Cruikshank. Cruikshank a +5 this season. He wins the draw. Growlers lifted out to center ice. Puck deflects off the stick and goes out of play. As we got a good Friday night crowd. Draw's going to be back in the Growlers zone. But Newfoundland had a lot of puck possession there on their power play. Grizzlies couldn't clear it out more than maybe once. But it looks like, you're kind of concerned there, even though Newfoundland didn't score, when it turned into puck possession. But luckily for the Grizzlies, they've been in the offensive zone for a little bit here since. As I think that puck ended up in section 101 behind the Growlers bench. Draw in the far circle here early on. Fans still filing in here. It's got to be one of the best home crowds all season. We hope to have a good crowd on Saturday night. Remember, the local college football teams play afternoon games, so you can make it on down to the Maverik Center for the final game of the set. Growlers win the draw. They skate from left to right as we see it from section 114 as Josh Victor. Pass picked off at center ice. Stapley skates in. He throws it towards the middle, and it's poked away by Berezowski. Now right wing skating in as Tyler Weiss. Right circle, drops it off. Dennis, lefty shot. Saved by Minor. Towards the end boards, Growlers tried to feed it out in front. It glanced off the side of the net as Weiss throws it back to the far side. His name kind of, as it looks like Weiss, kind of like Walt Weiss, the baseball player. Pass to center ice is picked off. Lincoln Erm drops it off for Weiss, but the pass goes out of the zone. Growlers still have it as they back it out into their own zone. Masonis over to Earn, near side. Earn dumps it in. He didn't play on Wednesday night. He played his college hockey at Canisius. Messner flips it out to center ice. Growlers get it back. Earn, near side, moves it ahead towards the middle. Neutralized. Caulfield dumps it in, but it bounced off of Mayhew in the near circle. Mayhew across to Wesley, across the center ice right wing. He enters the zone, skates towards the right circle, now at the goal line. Wesley around the net, carries the puck, throws to Mayhew, swings and didn't get much on it. Over towards the middle, backhand shot, a score! Big Mester gets his second of the year, and halfway through the first period, Utah's taking a 1-0 lead. Boy, Mayhew is in the slot, fanned on a one-timer, but in reality turned into a great pass to Messner out in front. I don't think Mayhew was trying to do that, but fanning on the shot just turned into an outstanding centering pass to Messner, who fired a backhand shot past Dryden McKay. Mick Messner is the Optum first goal of the game score. It's his second goal as a professional and first at home. Mayhew's going to get an assist. That will be his third assist of the year. And Josh Wesley also picks up a helper. It's his fourth assist of the year. So 9:55 into the first period. Mick Messner gives Utah a 1-0 lead. Grizz win the faceoff. Wesley throws to center ice as Singleton has a bob off his stick. Cutler over towards Aragon. Aragon to Cutler. Lefty shot. Rebound shot saved by McKay as Burke took that second shot. As Singleton collides with Aragon, it's going to be another Newfoundland power play as Neil Shea near corner whips it to the other side. Far side, Singleton in the corner gets hit by Burke. Delayed penalty. Grizzlies looking to touch it up. Burke in the area with Adam Daw. Daw with the puck. Looks like Burke touched it up. Tripping's going to be the call as Aaron Aragon goes to the box. Looks like both Aragon and Singleton back in the Growlers zone. Yeah, it does look like a good call by the referees. They show the replay as Singleton hit the ice. And so Aaron Aragon gets his first penalty as a Grizzly. In fact, it's his first penalty of the season, which means it's his first penalty as a pro. 9:34 left in the first period. Aragon gets 2 minutes for tripping, 10:26 into the first period. Utah leads 1-0. Growlers on the power play for the second time tonight. Utah leads the shot count 9-7. Penner will take the draw against Grant Cruikshank. Cruikshank's had success in the faceoff circle. He wins this one. Isaac Johnson, far wing boards, throws it to Cruikshank down the middle. Lefty shot, saved by Minor. O'Brien White Wing gets the rebound. Growlers up to 8 shots. Tykonik over to the left side. One-timer saved by Minor. That shot was taken by Johnson. As O'Brien over to Tykonik, across to Johnson. Now back to Tykonik, who fakes a one-timer, gathers it, slides to the right side for O'Brien. He'll take a shot, and he scores. Zach O'Brien could be a Hall of Famer in this league with the way he's performed over the last 4 or 5 years. He gets his third of the year on the power play as he scores from the right wing to tie it up. 9:10 left in the first. as the Growlers did a good job working the puck around. O'Brien was all alone on the right side, and he went top shelf over the right shoulder of Trent Miner. So we're tied at 1. Grizzlies scored 5 on 5, and the Growlers score on the power play. Stapley will take the draw at center ice against Adam Daw. Last year, O'Brien had 23 goals and 64 assists in 59 games. O'Brien with the goal, Tykonik with an assist. I imagine they'll add a second assist to somebody, maybe Isaac Johnson. Growlers win the draw. Victor ices the puck as Thomas skates over there and the whistle blows. Icing on the Growlers, 9:03 left in the first. So we're back to skating 5 on 5. Both teams have 9 shots and both have 1 goal. And the goals came 55 seconds apart. Messner 9:55 into the contest. And then on the power play, 10:50 in, it was Zach O'Brien. So the 2 number 10s on the respective rosters have the goals. Messner for Utah and O'Brien for the Growlers. Riz win the offensive zone draw. Yoon over to Thomas, who slides at the Martel, and it's picked off as Growlers skate from left to right. They enter the zone. Neil Shea, right side, skates towards the circle. Lefty shot, saved by Miner. And Trent holds on as we get a whistle with 8:52 left in the second. Pretty good look by Neil Shea, who walked all the way towards the right circle and had a pretty good look. He tried to go low on Miner. Last year at Sacred Heart University, Shea had 14 goals in 37 games. Shea, if I remember right, played 2 years at Sacred Heart University, which means he was a teammate with Dakota Raby at Sacred Heart in the 2021-22 season. Both guys were number 22 for their respective clubs as Utah wins the draw. Martel lifts it high into the air to Cutler. Cutler at center ice, lifts it over the head of McKay, and off the end boards, Dennis slides it out to center ice. Singleton drops off for Daw. 2 on 3. Daw skates towards the left circle, gets it to Shea. Shea on the left side, dance around, throws it across to Modry. Lefty shot, kick save by Miner. Mayhew will tap it off the far wing boards as Mayhew cuts off Growler. Burke slides it ahead. Cutler crosses center ice. He enters the zone right side, stops near the far boards, tried to chip it to the corner. Growlers picked it off. Newfoundland cross-ice pass picked off by Aragon, who feeds it to the far corner and chases after it. Dennis gets the puck. So he'll throw it to the far side. Growlers spread the ice. Diagonal pass to Weiss at center ice. He gets in the right wing. He carries it over the line. And so he'll throw it to the right side. Cruikshank got hit big time by Josh Wesley. Cruikshank gets back to his feet. Growlers, right side. Masoness, lefty shot. Kick save by Miner. Rebound goes towards the near boards. Aragon feeds it to the corner. Tyler Weiss centers it to Berezowski. Shot blocked by Wesley. A lot of block shots by the Grizzlies early on. Stapley, new tries, will shovel it out. And it goes into the Growler zone, but Utah's called for icing with 7:42 left in the first. Draw's going to come back towards Trent Miner. Boy, we've had a lot of action here early on. And both teams really executing well. The passing has been crisp for the most part. This has been a lot of fun here so far. Kind of an aesthetically pleasing brand of hockey here in the first period. Make sure to get your tickets for tomorrow night. As we mentioned, the local college football teams play afternoon games. So you can certainly make it on down to Maverik Center. I didn't see if Utah State won their football game. I'll have to check that during the intermission. We'll go over some scores during the first intermission across the NFL and college football and the NHL as well. Growlers win the offensive zone draw. Left wing, Tykonik, lefty shot. Saved by Miner. Tykonik threw a change up there at Miner, and he made an easy glove stop about waist high. 7:37 left in the first. Growlers are up to 11 shots. Utah's taken 9. Teixeira skates in front of Trent Miner. Grizzlies have a couple defensemen that have got a lot of experience in Teixeira and Josh Wesley. They've got the veterans distinction of playing just about 300 pro games. Draw on the far side. Taken by Aaron Aragon. As Caulfield kicked out of the face-off circle, Johnson will take it. Johnson was probably Newfoundland's best forward on Wednesday. Johnson wins the draw as goes to the left point. As Dillingham, righty shot, glove saved by Miner. That shot could have gone wide had Miner not gloved it, so I'm not sure if they're going to count it as a shot or not. As there's 7:31 left in the first, a lot of whistles here early on. Growlers have had 2 power plays, scored on the second power play attempt with Zach O'Brien. Grizzlies yet to go on the man advantage. Coming into play, Grizzlies had the least amount of penalty minutes in the league. They've already got 4 here tonight. Grizz win the draw in their own zone as Teixeira across towards Semick, who moves it out past Messner. Skating over is Cole Gallant with great speed over to the near corner, but O'Brien gets there first. O'Brien can still move pretty well. As I mentioned, could be a Hall of Famer in this league. Far corner of the Growlers zone. Grizz get it. Stapley throws to Gallant, who slides to the right side for Teixeira near the boards. Teixeira lefty shot. It's blocked by Gallant out in front. Isaac Johnson gets taken away by Thomas. Thomas gets spun around. Backhand shot saved by McKay as Dillingham throws down Stapley in the slot. And I wonder if they're going to call both. It looks like they're going to call both guys for penalties. Stapley doesn't know why he's going to the box, but Stapley's going for Utah. And the Growlers, Nolan Dillingham, as both guys were battling in front of the net. Cross-checking's a call on one guy. Maybe both guys got cross-checkings. Fans were happy when they saw Dillingham go to the box, and now they're voicing their displeasure once they saw Stapley enter. Thomas took the shot. He got knocked down, and then Stapley and Dillingham. Fans are not quite sure what Stapley did, but Dillingham pushed down Stapley, and both guys get penalties. 6:56 left in the first. We're going to skate 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. So it looks like Dillingham got 2 minutes for roughing, and Stapley got a cross-checking minor. Those penalties offset. We replay first down, skating 4-on-4. As Growlers have it deep in their own zone. They're behind Dryden McKay, the goaltender tonight, native of Illinois. As Dennis has it poked away by Martel. Puck in the Newfoundland goal line. Growlers have it as they'll throw it to the near side. Dennis crosses center ice. He moves ahead to Shea. Shea in the right circle, surveys, now feeds it up top. As Masonis, lefty shot goes wide. He shot it from the middle. Burke throws it ahead to Martel. Chases after it in the right corner. Martel gets it. He's behind the Growlers net. Masonis took it away. Joe Masonis played with Fort Wayne last year. Up ahead, good speed. Grant Cruikshank crosses center ice. He gets around Burke. Cruikshank now at the near goal line. He skates around Utah's net with a puck. Cruikshank drops it off. And great job by Martel cutting it off so the other Growler couldn't get with Tykonik. As Grizz make a line change, Growlers carry it deeper in their own zone. Josh Victor, wearing number 24. Victor 6'4" and 212 pounds. No points, but 25 penalty minutes on the year. Right wing pass to Tykonik. He crosses center ice. Now he steps over the blue line. Drops off for Cruikshank. Right wing lefty shot. Saved by Minor. Trent holds on. 5:43 left in the first period. We're skating 4-on-4 for the next 47 seconds. Should be a timeout. Let's see if Dominic Cadieu, the referee, spots it. As we are skating even strength. Timeout on the ice. We'll take one as well. We're tied at 1. Both clubs, number 10, Mick Messner and Zach O'Brien, have the goals. We're back in 1 minute. Tied at 1. Skating 4-on-4 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
5:43 left in the first period. We're tied at 1. Mick Messner scored first for Utah, 9:57 in. Josh Wesley and Kyle Mayhew picked up the assists. And then the Growlers got on the power play, 10:50 in. Zach O'Brien with his third of the year, with Tykonik and Isaac Johnson getting the assists. Growlers 1 for 2 on the power play. Grizz yet to have one. 13:04 in. Nolan Dillingham and Brett Stapley each got matching minors. Dillingham's was a rough, and Stapley got a cross-checking minor. We're skating 4-on-4 for the next 47 seconds. Grizz win the draw in their own zone, skating from right to left. Teixeira slides it ahead. Good catch by Cutler. He crosses center ice. Gains the line, skates to the right side, stops in the circle. Now he's at the point. Cutler skates towards his left and feeds it to the left corner. Teixeira gets it. He gets it back up top for Cutler. Gets challenged by Victor. Now Teixeira gets it. Left circle. Look to center it out in front. It kicks off the skate of Tykonik. Grizz have it on the right side as Burke over to Cutler, left point. Back to Teixeira, high slot. Teixeira skates towards his left and he feeds it to the corner. Puck rolls behind Growlers net, and it's taken by Zach O'Brien, who chips it off the near wing boards. Isaac Johnson gets it 1-on-2. He steps over the line right side, glides slowly to the corner. Johnson gets it taken away by Thomas. Good defensive play by Thomas. He gains center ice and lifts it in. Bouncing puck cut off by McKay at the near goal line. Both teams are back at full strength. We're skating 5-on-5 again as Johnson falls down at neutral ice. Stapley collides with Dillingham. Burke at center ice. Slides to Thomas, who crosses center ice left wing. Left wing pass to Stapley, who enters. He skates towards the corner. He gets cut off by Modry, who's the biggest of all the Growlers, 6'6" and 216 pounds. Modry collides with Stapley, far corner. Yoon, right side, righty shot. He gets redirected and goes wide as Aragon was trying to redirect it. Aragon behind the net, gets double teamed. He gets held up. Puck drifts toward the near corner. Gallant trying to get it back towards Aragon. Puck ends up drifting back to Gallant, who gets hit along the near wing boards by Singleton. Stapley feeds up top for Mayhew, left point. Mayhew wraps it around the wall as Aragon feeds it over towards Burke. One-timer, didn't get much on. Make that Gallant as the Growlers lift it out. No icing as Mayhew will glide over. He gets it in the near circle of Utah's zone. Mayhew skates down the middle. Right wing pass to Wesley. Wesley gets around one skater. Right side, righty shot goes wide. He was trying to reenact Wednesday night's goal with a similar looking play. Penner up top for Mayhew, left point. He fires it off the end boards intentionally. Dean Yakura over to Messner, the goal scorer. Messner 2 on the year over to Yakura, right side. He slides it towards Messner, bounced off him. Left side, Mayhew tried to feed it out in front, but the pass was too hot for Messner. 2-on-3. Growlers cross center ice. Now they enter the zone as Johnson drops it off for Caulfield. Now O'Brien walks in left side. Righty shot, saved by Minor. Puck ricochets towards the end boards. Grizzlies get it as Mayhew skates down the middle. He gets to neutralize. Mayhew veers off to the left. He crosses center, gets to Messner. Right side, lefty shot, saved by McKay. McKay drops it off for Tykonik, who skates along the near side with an A on his sweater. Cutler to the left side, slides it across. It glanced off of Shea's stick. Up ahead towards Singleton. He's got great speed. Left circle. Singleton gets pushed by Teixeira. Singleton still has it. Far corner. Over to Shea behind Utah's net. He glides towards the near side. He tried to center to bounce off a Grizzly. Earn around the net for Cruikshank. He skates the right side. Cruikshank skates towards the right point. Now he veers off to the left. Cruikshank high slot. Lefty shot goes wide. It ricochets off the boards. Singleton centers to Shea, who swings and misses. Teixeira clears it out to center. Tykonen gets it back around the Newfoundland blue line. Up ahead towards Raby. He gets it poked away by Cruikshank, and it goes out of play as we get a whistle with 2:33 left in the first. Josh Victor has the puck. He's going to give it to a young one in row one. Growlers bench is pretty full. They've got about the biggest traveling staff you'll see for a team in this league. I'm still debating whether I put them on blast during the intermission because Grizzlies were hoping to wear their Black Friday specialty jerseys, but they're just going to wear them for warm-ups because, as you notice, the Growlers are wearing their black jerseys, and unfortunately, from the Grizzlies' perspective, that's the only jersey they brought with them. Grizz win the draw. Thomas dumps it in. McKay behind his net. Throws to the near side. We're tied at 1. 2.5 minutes left in the first period. Out to center ice. Berezowski gets cut off by Thomas, who's played an outstanding first period. Burke over to Yoon, who gains the line right wing, and he shovels it in deeper as Tykonik and Yoon hold each other in the far corner. We get a whistle. High sticking looks like it's going to be the call. Who's it going to be on? Tykonik continues to push Yoon over in the far corner. The two linesmen separate them. Let's see who the call's on. Tykonik and Yoon just kind of equally wrestling with each other. Yoon, the former Colorado College captain. Tykonik looks like he's one of the Growlers' best defensemen. Last year for the Growlers in 7 games, had 2 goals and 3 assists. Before that, he played his college hockey at the University of Nebraska, Omaha. He's got an AHL contract, and right now he's going to sit in the penalty box for 2 minutes. Tripping's the call. Grizz is going to be on the power play for the first time tonight. Kyle Mayhew over in section 113. Waves in Tykonik to the box. Looks like Kyle Mayhew's got an aisle seat tonight, about row 5 or 6. Josh Wesley talks things over with Mick Messner. Messner's earned a ton of ice time with his production over the last 5 or 6 games. Cutler and Stapley talk things over. Kyle Mayhew as well. So 2 defensemen on this Grizzlies shift. Wesley's going to actually be up front, and Stapley's going to be playing in kind of a defensive role here, at least off the draw. As the Grizzlies win the draw, Wesley pushes Modry, two big guys. Mayhew gets it left point. Everybody disperses. Puck goes off the end boards. Messner hacks away. Shot saved by McKay. A lot of action in front of the net. Wesley left point. Over to the high slot for Mayhew. Right wing pass to Stapley. Fires towards net. It got bounced by Berezowski. Cutler, right side. Feeds up top for Mayhew. Mayhew right point, dance around. Now he skates towards his left. Mayhew over to Cutler, just outside the right circle. Cutler lefty shot. Saved by McKay. Puck goes back to Cutler. He gets it up top for Mayhew. Mayhew dances around. He'll skate to the high slot. Now Mayhew over to Cutler on the right side. Cutler fires a shot. Saved by McKay. Rebound hacking away. Grizz back in. Shot. They score! Brett Stapley gets his third of the year. And the Grizzlies have taken a 2-1 lead. Great job by Brett Stapley out in front. Fired a crafty-looking backhand shot that went low and passed Dryden McKay. Cutler took the shot, bounced off of McKay, and then Wesley with a shot, and then it glided over towards Stapley in the shot. Stapley puts two hands in the air, kind of like he did after that 3-minute, 25-second shift at the end of last night. Puck hit the near post, but the iron was kind as Brett Stapley gets his third of the year. Stapley now has a point in 6 of his 7 games. I think Wesley and Cutler will get the assist. We'll see what the official scoring is. So a power play goal for the Grizzlies. They lead 2-1. Teixeira near side over to Semick. Semick out to center ice. Puck glanced off a Dillingham stick. Dilly. As Don towards neutral ice moves it ahead. Don gets it back. He crosses center. Skates down the middle. Veers off to the right. He steps over the line and skates in, but the whistle blows as the Growlers are offside with 1:13 left in the first. Josh Wesley, the Grizzlies captain, gets an assist. And Mick Messner also with an assist. So Mick Messner now has a point. And he's now got a multiple point game, 1 goal and 1 assist. Mick Messner now has a point in 3 straight games. And obviously that came when he scored the goal halfway through the first period. So Grizz 1 for 1 on the power play. Newfoundland's 1 for 2. We're back to 5-on-5 skating. Big hit at center ice as Martel went down. He goes back to his feet. About 1 minute left in the first period. Utah leads 2-1. Grizz have 14 shots tonight. That's already more than they had all of Wednesday night. As the Growlers slide it to neutral ice, right wing. Cruikshank gets dragged down by Raby. No call. Cruikshank gains the line. Teixeira took it away. Over to Semick, left wing. Diagonal pass to Raby, glanced off his stick. And the Growlers get it back. Up ahead to Johnson, who couldn't handle it. Semick over to Teixeira. Now Penner at neutral ice. Penner moves it ahead, but not very far before Dillingham gets it. He'll throw it to his own zone for Joe Masonis. Back to Dillingham. He's in the slot being challenged by Raby. Dillingham, left side, throws it ahead. As the Growlers cross center ice. Weiss gains the line, skates towards the left circle. Lefty shot. Glove saved by Minor. Trenton holds on as both teams are now at 14 shots on the evening. 20.4 seconds left in the first. Utah leads 2-1. So already 1 goal and 1 assist for Mick Messner. And it's already a multiple point game for Josh Wesley, who has 2 assists. Thomas comes off. He's been outstanding in the first period. Stapley will take the draw. Far circle of the Grizzlies zone against Caulfield. Caulfield wins the draw, but Dennis extends his stick and couldn't keep it in. Tykonik races back in his own zone, and he gets it. As he skates back to his goal line, now around his own net. As he's being challenged by Aragon. As Tykonik goes down, he's holding his face. And penalty. Now centering pass, shot, and it goes wide. Delayed penalty. As the puck's towards the crease, time runs out in the first period. As Aaron Aragon's going to get a penalty. Tykonik was holding his face skating off the ice. Hopefully he's okay. It looks like the Growlers will start the second period on the power play. As somebody throws a left with their glove, and that's, I think, Mason is throwing a left at Aragon. Mason is upset at Aragon. I think Grizzlies are probably hoping that somebody for Newfoundland loses their cool to negate the penalty that I think Aragon got at the end of the first period. Cutler gives a fan a souvenir puck in section 114 in the front row. As Josh Wesley argues his case. And Zach O'Brien, the acting captain tonight, with normal Newfoundland captain Todd Skirving out of the lineup. So we believe the Growlers are going to start the second period on the power play. As referee Dominic Caddy, who talks with both captains. Both teams head to the locker room. Ryan Kanaswich and Christian Horn still on the bench. Kanaswich having some words with Matt Cook. As both teams continue, there's still 4 or 5 Grizzlies skaters out there. There's a couple Growlers as Wesley and O'Brien talk things over. As Tykonik tried to get around Aragon. Aragon, well, they thought Aragon lifted his stick, but it didn't look like he made any contact, even on the follow-through of Tykonik. Tykonik was holding his face as if he were hit with a high stick, but he wasn't holding his face once he was walking off the ice. So if that's what gets called, Kanaswich looked at the video board now, talks to Wesley, as it appeared on the replay that we saw here on the big video board at center ice. That stick never hit the face of Tykonik. Kanaswich can't believe it as he talks with Josh Wesley. It looks like the Growlers are going to start the second period on the power play, we believe, as Aragon's going to get 2 minutes for a phantom high stick. We're through 20 minutes here at Maverik Center. It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Growlers 1. We'll go over the stats of the first period and talk some hockey and give you some scores from around the world of sports. We're through one period. It's Utah 2 and Newfoundland 1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. First intermission, Utah leads 2-1. I think Grizz wanted to get the power play going, and they got a power play goal. That's the difference in the game. Both teams have one power play goal. Mick Messner's been outstanding over the last few weeks. He got the opt-in first goal of the game, 9:57 in, with Josh Wesley and Kyle Mayhew getting the assists. Mayhew now has a point, or make that Messner now has a point in 3 straight games. Mayhew now has an assist in 2 straight. And for Josh Wesley, it's his first of 2 assists on the night. So Utah scored first. They are 4-1 this season when scoring first. They have a 2-1 lead. And when leading after one period, the Grizzlies are undefeated. I think they're 3-0 when leading after one. The Growlers got on a power play after Aaron Aragon got a tripping minor, 10:26 in, and 24 seconds into the power play. Zach O'Brien was all alone in the right side and fired away, went top shelf over the right shoulder of Trent Miner for his 3rd of the year. And we talked a bit on Wednesday about Zach O'Brien's accomplishments and resume in this league, and he's been one of the best, if not the best player in the league over the last 5 years. He began the season in Slovakia playing in 16 games, but I think the Growlers and their fans are glad that he's back in a Newfoundland jersey. He got the goal 10:50 in with Tykonik and Isaac Johnson getting the assist. Growlers are 1 for 2 on the power play. And when O'Brien scored 10:50 in, that tied it up at 1. Later in the first period, Grizzlies got on a power play after Tykonik got a tripping minor, 17:48 in. Grizzlies scored on the power play. 18:28 in. Brett Stapley got his third of the year. And with Messner and Wesley getting the assists, that's Messner's second point of the night. He has 1 goal and 1 assist. It's his first multiple-point game as a professional. And for Josh Wesley, he has 2 assists. It's his second multiple-point game this season. Wesley now has a point in 2 straight games. And with Stapley getting the backhand shot, that just kind of slid past Dryden McKay. He now has a point in 3 straight games. Stapley has a point in 6 of the 7 games that he's played for Utah. The only one they didn't score in was the game the Grizzlies didn't score, where they lost last Friday 4-0 to Iowa. So Utah has a 2-1 lead. Let's see. I'm not sure. It looked like they, at the end of the first period, they gave a penalty to Aaron Aragon, probably for tripping or maybe high sticking. It looked like Aragon, though, when they showed the replay on the video board at the end of the frame, looked like his stick did come up, but it didn't make contact with Tykonik's face. But obviously it would be a tough one to spot live, especially since Tykonik grabbed his face and acted as if he were hit with a high stick. It looked like we haven't seen anything yet. We haven't seen anything on the stat sheet on the ECHL app that says a penalty was called. We don't see anything on the scoreboard right now, but we believe Newfoundland will be on the power play to start the second period. Unless when they had the long conversation, there was more Grizzlies players out there on the ice than there were Growlers. We're not sure if the referee changed his mind or not. We'll see when we come out for the second period. So the Grizz are up 2-1. Both teams had 14 shots in the first period. Interestingly enough, with the 14 shots Utah had, they already have more shots tonight than they had all of Wednesday. The Grizz were very efficient in terms of getting a good quality as opposed to necessarily a quantity on Friday nights. Now, remember the Grizzlies, you talk about that quantity. They had 13 shots on Wednesday. 9 were considered scoring chances. I'm not sure if I got the paper that tells me how many scoring chances they had in the first period. Maybe we'll see when they show it on the video board here later in the intermission how many of those 14 chances for both clubs were scoring chances. Looked like both teams had a lot of good looks. Quite frankly, this was a more smooth, more well-played first period than we saw at any point on Wednesday night. It was one of those things where it did look like a first period of 2 good teams out there. The Growlers have got really talented forwards, and Berezowski and Cruikshank in particular are off to outstanding rookie seasons. And for the Growlers, it's a big series because next week they're going to be in Boise at Idaho Central Arena. And I think everybody who follows this league knows how tough it is to win over there. So these are some big games for the Growlers, and for the Grizzlies, a victory tonight gets them back to the 500 mark this season. Utah leads 2-1. And when we find out whether the Growlers are on the power play here to start the second period, we'll let you know. Some other games across the league here on this Friday night, a very busy night in the league. Let's start with the Mountain Division. Early third period, Tulsa leads Allen 4-1. Tulsa 6-6-1 this season. Allen has really struggled early on. They're 4-10. The Americans made quite a few roster moves this week, adding defensemen to their lineup. The Oilers lead 4-1. That game just underway in the third period. 7 minutes left in the second frame. Wichita and Kansas City are tied at 2. Looks like Andreev and Jackson have Kansas City's goals. Jake Wallen and Mikkel Stenell have the Wichita goals. That game is tied at 2. Halfway through, as Kansas City is off to an outstanding start this season. The Mavericks are 12-3. Wichita's 5-10-1. Early second period, Idaho leads Rapid City 2-0. As the Steelheads spent all of yesterday, which was Thanksgiving, at the Howard Johnson Hotel. Keaton Mastrodonato and Jack Becker have the Idaho goals. Thompson's in net for Idaho. He has stopped all 7 he has seen. Steelheads have outshot the Rush 20-7 here so far, early second period. And the Steelheads lead the Rush 2-0. Other action in the league. 2 minutes left in the third. Atlanta leads Savannah 6-3. So it looks like the Gladiators' losing streak will come to an end. Kalamazoo is a 4-3 winner at Toledo. Good news, Kalamazoo did bring their jerseys tonight, unlike last week. Late third period, Reading leads Maine 4-3. Games have gone final. Greenville is a 4-3 winner over South Carolina. In overtime, Jacksonville defeats Florida 2-1. Also in overtime, Fort Wayne is a 3-2 winner over Indy. Also in overtime, Worcester over Adirondack 4-3. Trois-Rivières defeats Norfolk 5-3. His Lions are now 12-3 this season. And Cincinnati takes on Wheeling 5-2. You saw it on the transaction wire earlier today, but the Grizzlies did acquire forward Adam Berg from the Cincinnati Cyclones. He played in 3 games against the Grizz last year as a member of Cincinnati, and he had 1 goal and 1 assist in the series. And Berg will make his Grizzlies debut. I'm not sure about this week, but hopefully in the future he'll make his Utah debut. And I remember saying his name a lot in the month of March. As you know, we'll see what kind of impact he has on the Grizzlies lineup. One other former Cincinnati Cyclone on the Grizzlies roster is Cody Karan, and he's still recovering from an injury. And hopefully here in the future we'll see him make his Grizzlies debut. And I got a feeling he's going to make a big presence here for Utah once he enters the lineup. We now have the stats of the first period. We mentioned both teams 14 shots. Grizz won the face-off battle 14-10. Scoring chances, both teams had 5 in the first period, which seems about right. It was a pretty evenly played first frame. Grizz had 3 power play shots. Growlers had 6. And you really got to give Newfoundland credit on their 2 power plays. They did a good job keeping the puck in the offensive zone for a good amount of time on their power plays. And they were able to generate 6 shots, including a lot of good looks. They were able to work the puck around. It seems like they kind of run that 3-man game, left circle to the high slot, back to the right side, and then every now and then utilizing the goal line for their attack with one guy down the middle. So it seems like a pretty basic formation, but because of their passing, it seems like the Growlers are pretty successful with it. Utah had 5 hits in the first period. Newfoundland had 6 giveaways. Utah 3, Growlers 4. So pretty fun first period. We'll see what the second has in store. Remember, last night the Grizzlies outscored the Growlers. That was Wednesday night, 2-1 in the second period. So through 20 minutes here at Maverik Center, Utah leads Newfoundland 2-1. Before we go to break, let's see if we can find some NHL scores. The Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, have a 2-1 lead halfway through against Minnesota. Avalanche are 12-6 on the year. Minnesota is struggling at a record of 5-8-4. One NFL game. The Dolphins go to 8-3 this season. They defeat the Jets 34-13. No Zach Wilson for New York. And Tim Boyle, he really struggled. 27 of 38 passing, 179 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Jets really struggled on the ground, only 29 rushing yards. For the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, 243 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Tyreek Hill, 9 catches, 102 yards, and 1 touchdown for the Dolphins. Miami's next 3 games are Washington, Tennessee, and the Jets again. So the 8-3 Dolphins have a pretty easy stretch here over the next 3 games. Other NHL action, the Growlers NHL affiliate, the Toronto Maple Leafs, they lost 4-3 in overtime in a battle of original 6 clubs. Chicago over Toronto 4-3. Rangers defeated the Flyers 3-1. Columbus over New Jersey 2-1. Nashville's a big 8-3 winner over St. Louis. Edmonton over Washington 5-0. Edmonton gets their 6th victory of the season. Let's see who the big stars for the Oilers were. And as if the app loads up as we get the spinning wheel thing, Connor McDavid 4 assists for Edmonton, and Leon Draisaitl had 2 goals and 1 assist. Buffalo over Pittsburgh 3-2. In a shootout, Montreal over San Jose 3-2. Kings beat the Ducks 5-2. Detroit over Boston 5-2. Detroit trying to end their rebuild and make the playoffs, and looks like it's going to be an interesting year for them. Late second period, Stars lead the Flames 4-3, and early third period, Winnipeg leads Florida 1-0. Starting at 8 o'clock, so anytime now, Vancouver is at Seattle. Seattle's 8-5 this year. Vancouver, with Rick Tocchet, has a record of 13-6-1. When we come back, we'll have second period action here at Maverik Center as Utah leads 2-1. We haven't yet seen whether a penalty was called on Aragon. We'll find out along with everybody else in the building here in a few minutes. As the Grizz lead 2-1. We'll come back in 2 minutes and have second period action on the Grizzlies Radio Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. Utah leads 2-1. Second period action here shortly. Both teams had 14 shots in the first frame. So we got a really good Friday night crowd. We're taking advantage of Black Friday and AFCU Friday. Don't forget the series concludes tomorrow night. 6:50 pregame show, 7:10 face-up. We want to see you here at Maverik Center. Get your tickets, UtahGrizzlies.com. We got a good crowd tonight, and hopefully we'll have a good crowd here tomorrow evening as the Grizz head on the ice, and so do the Newfoundland Growlers. Aragon is gliding to the penalty box, and it looks like he's going to serve a penalty as the door is open. I don't know if anybody's going to go in for the Growlers, but it looks like Aragon is walking into the penalty box. So as far as we know, it looks like the Growlers are going to have a power play here. It looks like one player for Newfoundland is headed to the box himself. Actually, just talking with the referee, that's Joe Masonis. As everybody's skating around, getting stretched out. Trent Miner was outstanding in the first period, and really he's been outstanding all series. On Wednesday night in the series opener, Utah won 4-1, and Miner stopped 29 of 30. And as we've seen over the last 2+ years, when Trent Miner's got his A game going, he can be about as good as anybody in the league. So 2 minutes are on the scoreboard clock for Aaron Aragon, as looks like the Growlers will be on a power play to start the second period. Although the door is still open to the Growlers penalty box. We'll see if it closes. Now Masonis is going to walk in. Looks like Masonis picked up a penalty. Remember, he pushed Aragon across the face through kind of a right with his glove, or maybe it was a left with his glove in the far corner. So Masonis gets a penalty as well. And that negates the Aragon penalties. So we're either going to skate 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 here to start the second period. Some Grizzlies fans wearing the jerseys that Utah is wearing tonight, the cream jerseys with a couple horizontal stripes across the front. No horizontal stripes to the back. Green numbers on the back and a green G in the front. Beautiful looking jersey. I have yet to make it to the Grizzlies team store to get my jersey. I hope they have an XL waiting for me when I get there. So it looks like a penalty on both sides. Masonis for the Growlers and Aragon for Utah. And so it looks like we're going to skate 4-on-4 to start the second period as Zach O'Brien and Josh Wesley continue on with the conversation with the referee, Dominic Cadieux, and one of the linesmen. I think that's James McKenna. As Craig Peterson is between both bench areas on the ice at center ice. So we're going to skate 4-on-4. Mayhew and Wesley are the defensive pairing. And the two forwards are going to be Cutler and Nathan Burke. I got a feeling Burke's going to have a big final 40 minutes here. For the Growlers, it's going to be Grant Cruikshank out there with Tate Singleton. The two defensemen are Nolan Dillingham and Johnny Tykonik. So we'll skate 4-on-4. Neither team has scored in a 4-on-4 situation in a Grizzlies game this year, neither Utah or the opposition. Growlers win the draw. They skate from right to left as we see it from high atop section 114. It's Tykonik in the black jersey, white numbers up ahead, left wing pass to Singleton who enters. But the whistle blows as the Eagle Eye linesman, James McKenna, has him offside 11 seconds into the second period. So draw comes back to Growlers territory, neutral ice. As Mayhew talks things over with Josh Wesley. Mayhew and Wesley had the assist on the McMessner goal, which was the Optum first goal of the game, 9:57 into the first. You can get the game puck on the Dash Auction app that Messner scored on. So the Grizzlies back in their own end as Cutler skates to neutral ice with speed. Crosses the left wing center ice, now across the blue. Skates to the corner, gets hit by Tykonik. Now Dillingham skates over with Burke. Dillingham chips it from one corner to the other. It's now to the near side. Singleton with outstanding speed. Gets towards the blue line, drops it back for Tykonik deeper in the Growler zone. Tykonik challenged by Stapley. And skating over is Cruikshank to get the puck. He'll throw it across to Dillingham. He's on the far side. Ahead towards Tykonik. Right wing pass connects towards Singleton. Cruikshank skates to his left. Shot goes over the head of Miner and off the glass. As looks like the Growlers intentionally have their fastest skaters on the ice, or at least three of them. Over to Stapley, right side, center pass. Shot to score! What a pass to Kyle Mayhew as Utah has taken a 3-1 lead. Brett Stapley with a beautiful pass to Kyle Mayhew. As Stapley was on the right side, fed it out in front to Mayhew, and Mayhew just kind of tapped it in. Boy, Mayhew had to get through two Newfoundland sticks who were extending to try to get it. What a beautiful play. Mayhew is in the slot over to the right side, then back to Mayhew on the give and go. Utah scores a 4-on-4 goal, 1:03 into the second period. For Mayhew, it's his fourth goal of the season. And for Brett Stapley, it's now a multiple-point game with 1 goal and 1 assist. Stapley gets his 5th assist of the season. So we're skating 4-on-4 again. Mayhew with the goal, Stapley, and Nathan Burke with the assist. That's Burke's 3rd assist of the year. As Grizz get the puck back in their own end. Yoon along the near wing boards. Gets around Isaac Johnson. Yoon gets hit by Victor. Victor and Yoon hold each other up. Martel gains the red line, and he gets blasted by Lincoln Earn. Martel on 2 knees gets back to his feet. As Growlers gain the line, right side. O'Brien's shot is blocked. Now another Growler takes it. As Johnson over towards Earn. Slot. His shot's blocked by Martel. Stick. A lot of M's on the Grizzlies. As Yoon backhand pass. Right wing to Martel. Connects 2-on-2. Martel right side. Toe drag. Shot. Saved by McKay. And he holds on as Martel tapped his stick along the near wing boards. And frustration as whistle blows with 18 left in the second. 18 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Fans to their feet, and boy, everybody's having a good time tonight. Messner will take the draw. He's out there with Mayhew, Wesley, and Cole Gallant. Draw won by the Growlers. Dillingham over towards Tykonik, who slides along the far wing. Neil Shea back in front of his goaltender, skates down the middle. Shea, the Sacred Heart product, gets around Gallant, crosses the center ice left wing. Now he crosses the blue. Shea stops near the corner. Backhand pass out to Dillingham. Dillingham trying to get it over to Shea as both teams are now skating 5-on-5. Aragon joins the play. Masoness will skate to the bench. As Shea behind Utah's net. Gets a tap by Messner. Goes towards the near boards. Aragon hustles, gets it, and Fleet feeds it out to center ice off the near wing glass. As Mayhew over to Aragon. It glanced off his stick, and it goes to the Growlers. As Tyler Weiss dumps it in from around center ice. Grizz chase after it as Wesley will tap it off the near boards. It glides towards McKay, who has to play as it goes to the crease. Growlers back in their own end, skate from right to left. Josh Victor, sporting a mustache, moves ahead to Weiss, who crosses center ice. Now he crosses in left side as Weiss along the near boards gets around Stone. Good poke check by Stone. Yakura was in the area as Victor chases it back in his own end. Near boards, he moves it towards Weiss, who gets the stick held up by Yakura. Now Weiss gets it. He crosses center ice. Veers off to the right. Weiss steps in. High slot. Lefty shot. Not much on it. Miner kicks it over towards the near boards. As Stone gets physical with the Daw. Left side. Dennis around the wall. Cut off by Teixeira near corner. He gets held up by Cruikshank. Stone skates over there. Gets to Yakura, who lifts it in the air. Puck bounces at center ice and wobbles outside deep in the Growler zone. No icing. Grizzlies make a change. Newfoundland out to center ice. Pass picked off by Brian Yoon. He feeds it ahead. Neutral ice. Poked away by Dennis. Thomas gets it near the center ice logo, and he drives it around the wall. We get a whistle, and it looks like the Grizzlies are caught with too many men. Thomas played it at center ice, dumped it in, but the Grizzlies played with more than 5. So it's going to be a penalty on the Grizz. Too many men on the ice. So the Growlers are going to be on the power play for the first time in this second period. As Josh Wesley skates on the ice, we'll see who represents Utah in the box. As Utah was caught with too many men, Brandon Cutler is going to go to the box. 16:29 left in the second. Growlers are 1 for 2 on the power play as Utah is caught with too many men on the ice. So Cutler will sit for 2 minutes. Time of penalty, 3:31 into the second period. Utah leads 3-1. Cruikshank, near side, will take the draw for the Growlers. Linesman's in the way, so I can't see which Grizzly player is taking the draw. It's Tyler Penner. Growlers win the draw. Tykonik slides to the right side. Growlers near goal line as they throw it back up top. O'Brien over to Tykonik, who slides it across to Johnson near side. Johnson throws it to the near goal line. Shot and saved by Minor. That's taken by Berezowski. As Tykonik left side shot, saved by Minor. Rebound goes to the far side. Now O'Brien, right side, feeds up top Tykonik over to Johnson. Johnson over to the left side as he danced around across to O'Brien. Pass picked off by Penner. Penner 1-on-3, cross the center ice left wing. Penner trying to get around Tykonik. Penner right side shot, fanned on it. Tykonik out to center ice. Right wing pass to Berezowski. He couldn't handle it. As he'll skate towards the end wall. Berezowski gets bounced towards the boards by Thomas. Thomas and Berezowski battle. Thomas does a great job. Another Grizzly skates over there and clears it out, and it's Mick Messner. Great play by Corey Thomas, cutting off a good player in Berezowski. Thomas has been outstanding so far. Halfway through the Growlers power play, 4.5 minutes into the second period, Utah leads 3-1. As Singleton over to Caulfield, he enters the zone, drops off for Shea, right side. Shea back towards Singleton, gets poked away by Messner. Singleton gets it back along the far wing boards, over to the near goal line. Sorry, pass, shot, kick saved by Minor. Shot was taken by Caulfield. Weiss over to Modry, across to Singleton, right side, just outside the circle. Singleton skates towards the circle, now feeds back up top for Modry. He'll take a right wing, lefty shot, and it's blocked out in front by Gallant. As Weiss slides along the boards, Shea over to Singleton, who couldn't keep it in. Singleton's got great speed, but he couldn't keep it in. Singleton now enters, feeds to Weiss in the left point. Weiss throws it towards the middle. Corey Thomas picks it off. Couldn't clear it out, though. Didn't get much on it. Modry out towards the far corner. He gets pushed by Thomas as Modry throws it from one corner to the other. Brian Yoon gathers it. Yoon a +6 this season to lead the Grizzlies. Over to Messner's got a plus rating. Messner battles with a couple of Growlers. Newfoundland comes out of the pile with a puck. Victor throws it across late in the power play. Earn, right wing righty shot. Saved by Minor. Cutler's out of the box as Grizzlies are back at full strength as Trent Minor holds on to the Lincoln Earn shot. Earn took the shot from near the far wing boards. He's got no points in 9 games. It's his 10th of the season. As we mentioned, Earn, a first-year pro, played his college hockey at Canisius. He had 1 goal and 4 assists in 41 games last year. Growlers 18 shots to the Grizzlies 16, but it's Utah that's got a 3-1 lead. Cruikshank takes the draw against Stapley, far circle of the Grizz zone, and the faceoff won by the Growlers. Josh Victor, left wing, lefty shot, saved by Minor. As he just makes the stop as it was near his body, and he just corralled it and held on. 14:24 left in the second. Draws give me the near circle again. Well, it's been a fun game. It looks like a pretty evenly matched hockey game. As Grizzlies so far in this series have outscored the Growlers 7-2. But both teams working the puck around well. This looks like a pretty good pro hockey game. Draw won by Utah. They skate from left to right. As Raby crosses center ice. Right wing pass to Martel. The Rooster feeds it off the end boards and chases after as Martel gets pushed by Victor. No call. As Cruikshank, wearing number 19 with speed, carries the neutralize. Back check by Raby. Now taking it is Alex Koopminers. Diagonal pass. And from around the blue line, they dump it in. As right side, Growlers feed it up top. It glanced off of Dillingham's skate. Grizz get it. 3-on-2. Raby moves it ahead, but Dillingham picks it off in the high slot as action was going towards Newfoundland zone. Rink wide pass connects. Caulfield, right side shot, saved by Minor. As Caulfield essentially had a breakaway. Minor makes the stop, maybe his best of the game. As Tykonik throws it off to Cutler. Play with a high stick, but the Growlers get it. Cutler at the Utah blue line, slides it across to Martel. Martel, right wing, crosses center ice. He dumps it in. Wesley comes off for a change as Dillingham gets the puck behind his own net. 6.5 minutes into the second period. Utah leads 3-1. Left wing pass to Tykonik. He couldn't handle it. Cutler drives it back in. Dillingham gets it at the near goal line. Now he's behind Dryden McKay. As Growlers throw it over to Zach O'Brien with good speed. Left wing pass to Tykonik. He enters and chips over towards the near corner. Wesley tries to shovel it out. Fanned on it. Mayhew over to Cutler in the corner. Cutler will tap it off the near wall to Nathan Burke, who picked up an assist in the second period. It goes past Burke. Corey Dennis back in his own zone. Left wing pass to Tykonik. He moves it ahead. Johnson couldn't handle it. It goes back to Mayhew. Far circle of the Grizzlies zone. He slides it across to Wesley. Delayed penalty, and it's going to be on the Growlers. Wesley crosses center ice. Now skates in towards the near wing board. Sharp angled shot. And a blocker saved by Dryden McKay as Shea touches up. And we get a whistle. Slashing is going to be the call. And when we come back in 1 minute, Grizzlies are going to be on the power play. Utah leads 3-1 with 12:37 left in the second. As skating to the penalty box is Johnny Tykonik. Utah leads 3-1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Utah leads 3-1. 12:37 is left here in the second period. As Johnny Tykonik got 2 minutes for slashing, time of penalty 7:23 in. Utah led 2-1 after one period, and the Grizz extended the lead with a 4-on-4 goal as Kyle Mayhew scored 1:03 in, with Brett Stapley and Nathan Burke getting the assist. Stapley's pass on the right side on the give and go back to Mayhew was cutting towards the net was absolutely perfect. It was about as good a pass as Cutler had to Raby on Utah's fourth goal on Wednesday, maybe even a little bit better considering the circumstance and kind of the situation of how the play unfolded. Grizzlies are on the power play. So far tonight, 1-for-1 on the man advantage. Cutler will take the draw against Grant Cruikshank. Cruikshank's taking a ton of faceoffs for the Growlers here tonight. As the draw, far circle won by the Grizzlies. As Utah skates in, they get tripped up. Stapley right wing shot goes wide as Cutler got tripped up but no call. Mayhew left point, skates towards his right. Mayhew now down the middle, throws to Cutler. Right side, now back to Mayhew. Mayhew danced around, throws it back to Cutler, who's now on the right point. Cutler over to Stapley, right side, he's all alone. Stapley gets cut off by Victor. Now Stapley dances around in the near corner. Stapley slides it up top for Mayhew, who glides towards his left. Now down the middle for Cutler. Cutler veers off to the left and throws to Wesley, far goal line. Wesley surveys and gets up top for Mayhew. Mayhew fires to the net. Shot saved by McKay. And puck kicks towards the far corner. Wesley battles, but the Growlers get it and they clear it out. Lincoln Earns had a good game. He didn't play on Wednesday. He'll skid off the ice. Grizzlies will make a change as well. As Miner gets it to Mayhew. As Mayhew towards the near boards. Drops it off for Stapley. Stapley already 2 points tonight. Gets to center ice. Now he crossed the blue. Over towards Raby. Raby has to go past him, and it goes to the Utah blue line. Teixeira in his own zone gets the puck wearing number 74. Near wing pass to Raby. He crosses center ice. Raby skates towards his left, and he feeds it off the far wing boards. Both teams chase after it. Billingham gets there first. Make that Dillingham. Dillingham far side. Collides with Burke. Burke loses his stick as the Growlers get challenged, but eventually they sell it all the way out towards Miner. Trent behind his net. 35 seconds left in the power play over to Teixeira. Utah leads 3-1 about 9 minutes into the second period. Left wing pass to Burke. Burke gets around a skater. Diagonal pass to Yoon, who gains the line. High slot, but gets taken away by Singleton. Singleton couldn't clear it out. Yoon over to Raby along the near boards. Raby over to Yoon. Yoon 4 assists this season, still looking for his first pro goal. Up top for Teixeira. High slot. He skates towards his left. Back to Yoon, now on the right point. Over to Burke, right circle. Burke siring past to Raby. Shot saved by McKay. Boy, great pass by Burke, who was at the near goal line. Just fed it down the middle for Raby, and Raby had a good look, but McKay made the save. Boy, Burke over towards Raby as Modry is on one knee trying to pick it off. Boy, Raby looks up to the heavens after McKay made the save, and he knew that he could have had his second of the year there. 6 seconds left in the power play as Tykonik is standing up, and he's waiting to come out of the box. 10:43 left in the second. Utah leads 3-1. Draws along the far side. Cruikshank will take it. He wins the faceoff. Dillingham over towards Berezowski. Up ahead. Cruikshank gets it. Left side. Shot. Saved by Miner. Boy, pretty much a breakaway there for Cruikshank, but Miner made the save. We're back to 5-on-5 skating. Utah now 1 for 2 on the power play tonight. As Ern dumps it in from neutral ice. Miner behind his net plays it. As we're about halfway through the scheduled 60 minutes. Martell near side as they go behind him. Modry out to center ice as the Growlers backing out in their own zone. Tykonik across to Modry, who's 6'6" and 214 pounds. Modry being challenged by Raby. Raby pokes it away from Modry towards the end boards. Raby hustles to get it. I try to feed it to the left circle. Penner couldn't extend the stick far enough to get it. 2-on-2. Growlers skate in. Cruikshank gets across to O'Brien. O'Brien gets cut off. Big hit by Penner. Grizz get it as Corey Thomas. Diagonal pass is picked off by Weiss, but it goes out to center ice. As the Growlers throw it back in, as Caulfield gets hit by Thomas. As Growlers get some new skaters. Jacob Semick gets it to Yakura, who shovels it out to center ice. Gloved and dropped by Victor, who moves it ahead to Johnson, left wing. Johnson gains the line, throws it to the middle, picked off by Thomas. Thomas battles. O'Brien gets it. He feeds to Johnson. O'Brien skates towards the goal line. Now right point, righty shot is blocked by Aragon. Now high slot, Caulfield, righty shots wide. O'Brien throws it behind his back, gets the side of the net. Johnson gets it, near side. Johnson tries to feed it out in front. It bounced off of Semick. Thomas in the area. Victor has it glide off his stick, and it goes back into the Growler zone. Victor with the long strides, foot race with Aragon. Victor gets there first, and so feed it to the far corner. Ern throws it back behind his net for McKay, who slides to Shea along the near corner. Shea moves the head towards Singleton with good speed. He crosses center ice. The Ohio State product gets to the corner. Wesley with a big-time hit. Singleton back to his feet. Daw collides with Mayhew. Grizz cross center ice. Burke crosses center. 3-on-3. He enters the zone. Left circle. Centering pass. Shot. Save. Rebound shot. Saved by McKay. Boy, what a pass by Burke out in front. As he found Aragon, I believe. Wesley in the area looking for the second look. Actually was Stone. Stone looking for his first as a pro. And boy, what a pass by Burke. But McKay made the stop. 8:41 left in the second. As Grizz, they show the replay on Flow Sports. Singleton got taken out by Wesley. Luckily, he got back to his feet. And then Mayhew got pushed by Adam Daw. Daw 5'8", 145 pounds. As Burke had a good look with Stone. Boy, bounced off a Growler stick and glided towards McKay. Could have been an own goal, and then Wesley's look went wide. Draws in the near circle as the Growlers win it. They throw it to center ice. Wesley crowds it, the Grizzlies captain, and he'll fire it off the far wing boards. As Masonis chases after it, he gets to the far goal line. Now across to Dennis around his net. Dennis back to Masonis, who's behind the Growlers net. Masonis played last year at Fort Wayne, sporting a mustache. Right wing pass goes behind Daw. Mayhew chases after it. No icing as Daw collides with Mayhew again. Daw gets poked away by Messner, and the Grizz come up with it. Wesley pitchforks it high into the air, bounces at center ice, wobbles to the Newfoundland line. Growlers get it. Pass ahead to Cruikshank. He drops it off for Weiss. Weiss, left side, skates towards the circle. Weiss, rink-wide pass to Tykonik. Right side, lefty shot, saved by Miner. Rebound, Cutler throws it back to Tykonik, who skates to the far corner. Now behind the net, Cruikshank over towards Berezowski, back to Cruikshank, who feeds it up top to Weiss. Right side, he fakes a shot, gets to Cruikshank, who skates towards the middle. Lefty shot, and Miner makes the save. Boy, there are about 4 or 5 bodies out in front. I'm not sure how Miner even saw it, but he was able to hold on with 7:44 left in the second. Boy, good hockey on both sides there. Kind of an old school type of save there as Miner kind of took both arms and kind of crossed them a little bit to make that stop. Boy, fun action here at Maverik Center. Both teams look like they're playing hard. Both teams look like they're executing pretty well. Utah leads 3-1. Growlers 23 shots. Utah 21. Same teams tomorrow night here in the last of the 3-game series. Off the draw, Growlers win it, but they throw it to neutral ice. Now Cole Gallant skates in. 2-on-2. Left wing shot. Saved by McKay. Gallant's got outstanding speed. 2 goals this season. Growlers cross center ice. They get it to Tykonik. Left point. Tykonik fires towards net, centering pass, shot to score. What a pass by Tykonik as the Growlers get their second goal of the game with 7:25 left in the second. And it's Isaac Johnson who had the only goal on Wednesday. Johnson got a great pass from Tykonik. Johnson had more than a point a game for the Growlers last year. And Tykonik, who was just looking around, great pass out to Johnson, who just tapped it past Minor. We talked about the execution of both teams. That's it right there. You talk about that great centering pass for the Mayhew goal earlier in the second period, and that's about the case right there. Not much you can do about it for the Grizzlies. That's a beautiful goal by the Growlers. Johnson with the goal, Tykonik, and Brock Caulfield with the assist. That's Caulfield's 7th assist of the year. Matt Cook, the Newfoundland coach, argues with the referee. Cook doesn't look like he's very happy, but we'll play on at center ice. Should be happy. His team just scored a goal. 3-2 Grizzlies, 7:25 left in the second. The time of the Newfoundland goal, 12:35 in. Both teams have one goal here in the second period. Grizz win the draw, skating 5-on-5. Teixeira throws to traffic, picked off by Dot, center ice. He veers off to the left end, kicks it off the near wing boards. Semick around his net, turnover as Growlers towards the right side. Lefty shot goes wide as it ricochets off the near wall. Martell feeds out to center ice. The only guy there was a Growler and Nil Shea. As he throws to Dennis, back to Victor. Victor, blue line to blue line, pass to Daw. Daw bobbles it for a second. Raby skates over there. Big hit delivered by He comes off as he hit Raby. Raby back to his feet. As out to neutral ice. Growlers throw it to the right wing. Weiss drives it in. Minor behind his net wearing number 50. Slides it to the far side. It bounced off a Grizzly. Slides towards the corner. Semick over there. Collides with Raby. Raby beyond Utah's goal line gets hit and spun around. Now it goes back to Utah. Raby gets it back. He throws it back to the corner. Back to Raby. He skates around Utah's net. Moves ahead to Teixeira. Teixeira off the near wing boards looking for Penner. And it goes past him. And icing is on Utah with 6:23 left in the second. Second intermission, we'll go over the stats and scores from around the league, and we'll recap the first two periods of this one. Looks like a great Friday night crowd. This arguably could be the biggest crowd the Grizzlies have had all year. Looks like the middle sections have filled up pretty nicely. There's the Hellawells being shown on Flow Sports, sitting behind the Grizzlies bench. Nadine waving the pom-poms. Looks like Scott's got pom-poms as well. As Growlers win the draw, right wing Tykonik shot. Kick saved by Minor. Tykonik gets it back right side. He skates towards his left. Tykonik fires a shot and gets redirected and goes wide. Martell throws to the left side. It goes past Dillingham. Dillingham didn't get a piece of it. Arm is raised by the linesman, and icing is on Utah with 6:04 left in the second. So draw comes back towards Trent Minor. As Growler fans probably notice the momentum on their side right now. Grizzlies trying to get it back. Seems like year in and year out, this is the Growlers' 5th year of existence. They won the championship in their first year, the 2018-2019 season. They won the 2019 Kelly Cup, and it seems like every year they've been towards the top of the standings in the North Division. Penner will take the draw against Brock Caulfield. 6:04 left in the second period. And the draw won by Utah as Raby carries it out of the zone. Raby gets towards center ice and dumps it in, chases after it. He gets it before Dillingham. Raby hits the side of the net. He gets blasted by Dillingham as the glass shakes behind Newfoundland's net. As O'Brien over towards Johnson. Cutler picks it off, skates towards the right circle. We get a penalty. It's going to be a high stick. As Tykonik holds the stick, and then a Grizzly player got pushed down. The referee didn't see it as he was looking at Tykonik's face to see if there's blood. Tykonik giving it the old college try to show blood, but it looks like maybe not. As Josh Wesley skates towards center ice, skating to the penalty box, Nathan Burke. 2 minutes for high sticking. The Growlers will be on the power play, looking to tie it up when we come back. 5:47 left in the second period. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Growlers 2 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Nathan Burke gets 2 minutes for high sticking. 14-13 into the second period. Utah leads 3-2, 5:47 left. Both teams have a power play goal tonight, and the Grizzlies are looking to find a way to, the Growlers are looking to find a way to tie it up. As Ryan Kanasowicz talking with his unit, as the Growlers, over the last handful of minutes, have picked up some momentum. Both teams with a beautiful centering pass out in front of the net for their goals. Mayhew 103 into the second with Stapley and Burke getting the assists. As Stapley picked up the main assist on the pass to Mayhew. And then Tyconik out in front found Isaac Johnson cutting in front. Johnson just kind of a one-time tap into the back of the net. Johnson picks up his second of the series and third of the year. Tyconik and Caulfield with the assist. That was 12:35 in. Growlers 1 for 4 on the power play. Utah 1 for 2. As the draw won by the Growlers. They skate from right to left. Tyconik left side. Lefty shot kick saved by Minor. Rebound Johnson in the near corner. Battles with Wesley. Puck glides to Tyconik, who feeds it across to Zach O'Brien. Right side, O'Brien gets to the goal line, tried to chip it out in front. It glanced off of Mayhew's skate. O'Brien towards the left side. Now he's at the point. He gets to Johnson along the near wing boards. Johnson surveys, and he slides it to Tyconik. Left side. Now across to O'Brien. Back to Johnson. Now Tyconik, who fakes a one-timer. Now he slides to O'Brien. Right side, toe drag. Righty shot. Saved by Minor. Rebound goes to the near side. Johnson over to Tyconik. Back to O'Brien. Right side across to Johnson. Johnson has a glance off his skate. Now he gets it back. Johnson behind the net. Over towards Crookshank. Now to Tyconik. Over to O'Brien. Right circle. Feathers it out in front. And it's mishandled by Berezowski as it ricochets off the near boards. Growlers still have it. Johnson. Near circle. Grizzlies hoping to clear it out. They haven't so far halfway through the power play. Tyconik over to O'Brien down the middle. He feeds it to the far goal line. Poked away by Mayhew. O'Brien keeps it in right side. Now he throws to the corner for Crookshank around Utah's net. Back to O'Brien. It's picked off by Penner. Backhand. Couldn't clear it out. Tyconik over to Johnson. One-timer. And he didn't get much on it as it slides along the boards. O'Brien. Slot. And he gets pushed by Penner. Now Dean Yakura clears it out. Good job by Tyler Penner taking down Zach O'Brien. 30 seconds left in the power play as the Grizzlies cleared it out for the first time on the man disadvantage. Tyconik out to center ice. Now the Growlers get it back to Singleton. Now to Caulfield, back to Singleton. Caulfield and Singleton play catch. Now puck's on the right side. Growlers enter. Lefty shot is blocked by Thomas. Weiss left side slides up top for Modry. 4 minutes left in the second, late in the power play. As Singleton skeets towards the right point, less than 10 seconds left in the man advantage. Modry, high slot, over to the left side for Weiss. Weiss skates to the near goal line. As Grizzlies are back at full strength, Modry, high slot, lefty shot goes wide off the boards. Brian Young gets pushed towards the corner by Shea. Singleton hacks away. Burke, fresh out of the box, joins. Burke hacking away. 3 Grizzlies, 3 Growlers over there. Puck squirts towards the near side. Now across, Shea chases after it. Now to the right point. Shot is blocked by the stick of Galan, who gathers it and carries it to center ice 3-on-3. Backhands it in. Grizz make a full line change. 3:20 and counting left in the second. Utah leads 3-2. Over to the near side as Coop Miners gets it taken away. Now Cutler centers out in front. Burke's shot goes wide. As Burke had a good look as he was being back checked by Berezowski. Now Berezowski moves ahead to Dodd, goes back to Berezowski. He skates in right side, 1-on-4. Grizzlies took it away as Teixeira wraps it off the near boards. Now Cutler 2-on-3 over to Burke, who steps over the line. Now across, Grizz skates to the left circle with momentum. Semick shot, and it goes wide. There's a puck laying in the Newfoundland net. It's not in play, though. Daw skates in right side towards the goal line. Now Daw around the net, feathers it out in front. Minor cuts it off, and he holds on. 2:42 left in the second. Yeah, there's actually a puck laying in the Newfoundland net right now. I don't see that very often in game action. I'm sure it'd be pretty distracting there. As Trent Minor gets some water. He's been very busy here in both periods. He saw 14 shots in the first, and he's now seen 13 in the second. As Nathan Burke talking it over, now I think the referee spotted that there is a puck laying in the net. How did that get there? Who knows? As that is a mystery. How did the puck end up there? And maybe there was just a puck that was just laying in there and just got exposed a few minutes ago. Who knows? 2:42 left in the second. Draws in the far circle. As the Grizz have it, Kyle Mayhew lifts it high into the air, goes right under the video board, as Grizz get it. As Raby over towards Stapley. Stapley left side surveys. He feeds it to the corner. Martell skates over there. He gets it, drops it off for Raby. Raby on the far side, dances around the corner. Mason just trips him up. No call, as Dennis will move it ahead to Weiss. He throws it behind his back for Cruikshank. Now to Berezowski, who taps it off of Wesley's skate and goes deep in the Grizzlies zone. Cruikshank delivers a big hit in the near corner. Wesley slides along the far wing for Messner. Messner as it bounced off a Growler. Now right point. Weiss lefty shot goes wide as it bounced off the Maverik sign behind Miner's net. Up ahead to Martell. He couldn't get it. McCabe plays it to the near side, moves it ahead. Out to center ice. Dennis throws a right wing pass as O'Brien gets taken away by Mayhew's played a good game. Wesley sells it across, and it hits nobody, so icing is on Utah. And we get a whistle with 1:49 left in the second. Make sure to follow the Grizzlies on X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. I'm on X at Tyson on Sports. Why not? If that's going to be the name of the thing, then we'll call it that. Maybe we should just change our name for a night, kind of a special night, be the Utah X. Hey, why not? If it works for that company, actually, I don't think it's working for that company at all. But Utah X, that'd be a kind of a fun night. Grizzlies win the draw, and Martell gains center ice and dumps it in. Penner pushes a Growler near corner of the Growler zone, but Newfoundland gets it. As Johnson moves it towards Caulfield. Caulfield skates to the corner. He gets cut off by Hume. Skating over is Gallant. He throws it around Utah's net for Corey Thomas, who's played well. Thomas slides to Hume, passes wide of the mark. Tykonik up ahead to O'Brien. He loses it. As Penner ahead to Gallant, right wing. He dumps it in from Growler's territory. Gallant throws it to the far side. Now behind the net. Aragon tried to feed it out in front to hit the side of the net. As Singleton back in his own end. Will bounce it off of Hume. Singleton pushes Hume. As Cutler gets it, and he'll skate towards the middle. Now veers off to the left. Lefty shot is blocked by Singleton. Singleton's been very active this shift. He holds on with Aragon. Growlers carry it out towards center ice. Johnson dumps it in. Growlers make a line change. 52 seconds and counting left in the second period. Utah leads 3-2. Cutler gets bounced by Victor. As Cutler moves it ahead to Burke, he crosses center ice and dumps it in. As Burke delivers a big hit, Adam Daw goes after Burke. And we got some real pushing and shoving as Victor drags a Grizzly towards the wall. As Burke delivered a big hit on Lincoln Earn. And we'll see if any penalties come of it. As the referee surveys and looks on, Aragon gets his stick as he was nearby Victor. I think Victor's the one that was pushing Aragon. And let's see if anybody's going to get a penalty. Singleton's in the area. Boy, Singleton's been very active. And Adam Daub, despite only being about 5'8" and 145, he's been physical tonight. Teixeira skates towards the referee, and he doesn't look happy. Nathan Burke's going to get another penalty. That might be the third penalty for Burke here tonight. Singleton back to his feet. Earn slow to get up as he was blasted by Burke. But Earn, looks like interference is going to be the call on Nathan Burke. And now Josh Victor pushes Brandon Cutler. Victor looked like he threw a punch with his left with his glove on. Victor now yells at the Grizzlies bench. Victor saying, come on, bring it. And now somebody else. Now Daw pushes and punches Cutler. Victor wants Cutler. As Victor, the linesman, aggressive. Now we got a fight. As Adam Daw's in a fight with Aaron Aragon. Aragon with a few rights. Now another right by Aragon. Daw connects with the right. Aragon swings and misses. Now Aragon with the right, and he drags down Adam Daw. Aaron Aragon, welcome to Utah. Daw gets back up and tries to throw a couple rights. But Aaron Aragon gets the Maverik Center crowd fired up. Well, it looked like Josh Victor was wanting to take it up with somebody, and Adam Dunn, Aaron Aragon said, let's duke. They dropped the gloves. Both guys threw quite a bit of rights. Aragon finished with 2 rights and then dragged down Adam Daw. Daw and Aragon are in the penalty box. Boy, the Maverik Center crowd's having a good time tonight. What a game this has been through 2 periods. Utah leads 3-2. Lincoln Earn yelling at the Grizzlies bench. Tempers are flaring. Both guys decide we're going to drop the gloves. Aragon started with 2 rights, and then a 3rd right. And then Aragon with a 4th right, a 5th right, 6. And then Daw connected with a right, another right by Aragon. Then Aragon with 1 right and dragged down Daw. As the fans see the replay, they like that. Then Daw got back up and tried to throw some rights, and the linesman stepped in. So Burke's going to get 2 minutes. That's according to the scoreboard. Tate Singleton gets 2 minutes as Aragon waves both hands in the air a few minutes ago to get the crowd fired up. Big crowd, maybe the biggest crowd the Grizzlies have had all year. And what an entertaining first 2 periods we've had. Looks like the fight brought to you by The Break. I've been to The Break a few times. Outstanding food. As both teams yelling at each other. You really wouldn't expect anything less from a Matt Cook coach team. Cook was a very physical player in his own right. In fact, when you look at incidents and suspensions in his Wikipedia page, you have to scroll down a good 7 or 8 paragraphs to get through it all. Cook in his first year coaching the Growlers. He's the 4th head coach in Growlers history. Ryan Kanasowicz and his crew. You know, the Grizzlies were pretty frustrated after that Iowa series, knowing that they were a better team than what they showed. They came out Wednesday and played well and got the 4-1 victory. And you know it's a big one. If Utah wins tonight, they clinch the series. And for the Growlers, they know they got a tough stretch. As next week, they got a 3-game series over in Idaho. 43 seconds left in the second as the referee talking with the scores table. And Dominic Cadieux, the referee's had his work cut out for him. As you know, it's pretty tough with a one referee system, especially since, you know, it looked like action was happening in the corner over there, and he was checking Tykonik's face to see if there was any blood. Matt Cook standing in the front of the bench. He looks like he's a little bit heated right now as he's looking around. As now the referee and one of the linesmen talks with Josh Wesley, the Grizzlies captain, and Johnny Tykonik. Both guys wear number 20. Looks like they're laughing and having a good time. I think everybody here is having a good time. I think it'd be nice to just make a decision, get back to playing hockey. As looks like the referee doesn't have any dinner plans after the game. Tykonik kind of shrugging both shoulders. Christian Horn having a conversation with one of the assistant coaches. They both pound fists and laugh it off. There's quite a few people in suits, at least 3 people in suits on the Growlers side. I think they've traveled more staff and traveled with more bags than anybody in the league. But they couldn't afford to bring their white jerseys with them, and that's why the Grizzlies couldn't wear black on Black Friday. I think it's kind of Bush League to kind of put teams on blast like that, but that's the scenario. And I only really mention that because Grizzlies fans were blaming the Grizzlies for only wearing the Black Friday themed jerseys there. You can bid on the Dash Auction app right now why they're not being worn in games. Let's see. The Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. Burke gets 2 minutes for boarding. Aragon gets 5 minutes for fighting. Singleton's in the box, as well as Daw. We know Daw got in the fight with Aragon. Singleton gets 2 minutes for interference. And Daw obviously got in the fight with Aragon. 43 seconds left in the second period. We've had quite a bit of a delay. Lengthy conversation between the referee, Josh Wesley, and Johnny Tykonik. Now the referee's going to go have a conversation with Matt Cook. Riveting action here. We're just waiting to get back to hockey. Growlers 27 shots. Grizzlies have taken 22. Here in the middle game of this 3-game set. Next week, the Grizzlies will be on the road. Next Friday, they'll be in Allen. Josh Victor looks like he is out. 10-minute misconduct for Josh Victor. So he goes to the locker room. Victor yelling at a fan on the way to the locker room. And the fans applaud as Victor, I think, will return to the game. I think it's just a misconduct and not a game. Burke delivered the hit. Earn went down. That was a big hit. Earn was slow to get up. And then Victor and Aragon. Victor was kind of holding Aragon along the glass. They show a replay. As we've had a lengthy delay. As Matt Cook, I guess, is on a filibuster right now with Dominic Cadieux. And I guess Cadieux is just letting Cook get his word in. I mean, it's all evened up. Both teams had a penalty, then obviously the fight, and Victor got the 10-minute misconduct. Now the referee's going to talk with Ryan Kanasowicz. Kanasowicz a little bit calmer than Cook right now. Kanasowicz sporting a sweet-looking suit. Victor looked like he wanted Cutler, and the linesman dragged Victor and wouldn't let him fight him. And then right about that point, Victor is getting pushed into his own territory, or into Grizzlies territories, when Daw and Aragon fought, and the fans went over there. As the fans cheer the fight, now they show Aragon pushing down Daw. I mean, why not? We can't see any action on the ice as both teams are in a filibuster right now. So we're just going to see one replay after another on the video board. I think the term we're looking for right now is let's play hockey. Looks like we're going to skate 4-on-4 neutral ice draw in Growlers territory near side. Martell will take the face-off for the Grizz. And Grant Cruikshank. Cruikshank, the St. Cloud product, he's taking the majority of the Growlers face-offs. Cruikshank wins this one. Dillingham back deep in his own zone. Growlers skate from right to left. Utah leads 3-2. Tyconik crosses center ice down the middle. Left wing trip to Cruikshank. Cruikshank across. Pass picked off by Mayhew, who taps to center ice. Mayhew gets it back 2-on-2. Less than a half minute left. Mayhew slides it down the middle for Martell. Martell couldn't handle it. Over towards the near side, taken by Tyconik. As Tyconik got to center ice, Mayhew took it away from him. Mayhew over to Wesley. Mayhew holds his face as if he were hit with a high stick. Martell left circle, righty shot. Didn't get much on it. I think the Growlers got a stick in the way. Good defensive play by Tyconik. Mayhew, Martell skates down the middle. Backhand shot as he was falling down. Saved by McKay. 2 seconds left in the period. They try to get it to Martell, who's being wrestled around. Now Martell pushes Newfoundland. And now a Growler pushes down Martell on the ice as the horn sounds to end the second period. And the fans like the physical action there on the far side. I'm almost convinced some of the fans don't even really care who wins the game. I think they just want to see the physical stuff. And we saw some of that here in the second period. Both teams scored a goal. Looks like Randy Connolly's having a good time as he walks to the concourse. Martell took a shot. A lot of M's on the Grizzlies. And then it looked like Tyconik sat on Martell there. Martell couldn't get a pass. And then Tyconik was over there. Whistle blew, and then Growler went and dragged down Martell. Both teams will head to the locker room. Very spirited affair here tonight. Growlers 6-3 on the season as they're at the 500 mark. Grizzlies 5-6 looking to get 500 for the victory tonight. As both teams kind of linger a little bit. Kind of like a post-church reception as the fans give the Grizzlies a big standing ovation heading off the ice. Great crowd here at Maverik Center, and they've been treated to a treat. What's that word? I don't know. It's been a lot of fun here through 40 minutes. When we come back, we'll recap the first 2 periods statistically and talk some hockey as well. Through 2 periods here at Maverik Center, it's the Utah Grizzlies 3 and the Newfoundland Growlers 2 on the Grizzlies Radio Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Second intermission here at Maverik Center. Utah leads Newfoundland 3-2. Back after this word from America First Credit Union.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Second intermission here at Maverik Center. Utah leads 3-2. Grizz scored first tonight, 9:57 into the first. McMessner got his second of the year. Josh Wesley and Kyle Mayhew with the assists. Less than a minute later, the Growlers were on the power play, and Zach O'Brien scored from the right wing, his third of the year, with Johnny Tykonik and Isaac Johnson getting the assist. That was 10:50 into the first. It was a power play goal. Both teams have one power play goal here so far tonight. Grizz took a 2-1 lead as Brett Stapley got a rebound and fired a backhand shot on Utah's power play, 18-28, and McMessner and Brandon Cutler picked up the assist. So Messner in the first period had one goal and one assist. Utah led 2-1 after one period of play. Both teams had 14 shots. Grizz scored a 4-on-4 goal, 1:03 into the first period. As Kyle Mayhew got his fourth of the year, Brett Stapley and Nathan Burke with the assist. As Mayhew was skating down the middle, fed it to the right side for Stapley. Stapley back to Mayhew on the give and go, and Mayhew found the back of the net for his fourth of the year. Stapley and Burke with the assist. How about Brett Stapley? So far, one goal and one assist. He's been outstanding, as a point in 6 of his 7 games with the Grizzlies. Growlers picked up a goal, 12:35 into the second, and really you got to give him credit. It was an outstanding play. Tykonik was in the left side, centered it out in front to Isaac Johnson, and Johnson put it away as he now has a goal in back-to-back games in this series. Tykonik and Brock Caulfield with the assist, and that made it a 3-2 game. So both second period goals were on really beautiful centering passes out in front. Looked like the passing's been pretty crisp. Things started to get physical here later in the second period with the score 3-2 as Nathan Burke got a high sticking minor, 14-13 in. But with 43 seconds left in the second period, Nathan Burke got a boarding minor. He blasted Lincoln Earn along the end boards of the Growlers zone, which was on the right side of the ice. And then there was some pushing and shoving. Josh Victor got a 10-minute misconduct. Tate Singleton got an interference minor on that same play. And then it looked like Josh Victor was wanting to get a piece of Brandon Cutler. The linesman doing a really good job of not letting Victor get to Cutler. And, just a little bit to their right where Victor was trying to get some action. Adam Daw and Aaron Aragon got in a fight. Daw maybe threw 1 or 2 punches. Aragon probably got 7 or 8 rights in. And after he threw the final right, dragged down Adam Daw. For Aragon, that's his first professional fight. And this is his second game with the Grizzlies. He didn't have any penalty minutes in 4 games with Idaho at the end of last season. He did play in the SPHL last year, but, it's kind of murky as to whether it's considered a pro league or not, or if it's just kind of a semi-pro type of deal. But Aragon last year had 43 penalty minutes with Macon in 41 games, so it's possible he got in a fight there in the SPHL last season. He was actually a pretty good player with Macon last year. He had 19 goals and 20 assists in 41 games. He was actually doing a pretty good job with Idaho. In 4 games of the Steelheads, he had 5 points, 2 goals, and 3 assists, and he was a +2. He had a point in 3 of his 4 games with the Steelheads, and so when he became available, I know I was kind of scratching my head and wondering why, because he's a guy that belongs in this league, and I think Ryan Kanasowicz thought the same thing. Aragon got in the fight with 43 seconds left in the second period, and then there was some pushing and shoving towards the end of the second, as you can tell the importance of this game for both teams. Utah obviously wants to have a big week here to kind of get payback for what was a tough week over in Iowa, losing 3 straight. For Newfoundland, they know that they're a team that's normally at the top of the North Division in the league, and so you can tell it's an important game for them. And because of that, I think tempers have been raised, and I think both teams kind of see the importance of each goal and that real estate on the ice. And so because of that, I think it was only bound to happen where you had the physical play like we had late in the second period. And I think everybody's pretty, I think the spirits are up here in the stands. Great crowd here. And I think as the play got more and more physical, you could see the fans get more and more into it. Not only have we had a fun game on the ice, but it looks like it's been a physical one as well. And we've got just about everything you want here in a hockey game tonight. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what the third period has in store, as the Grizz try to hold on to a 1-goal lead, 3-2 after 2 periods. Let's go over some other scores around the league. 12 minutes left in the third. Idaho leads Rapid City 3-1. Idaho's 12-2 on the year. Late third period, Kansas City has scored 3 unanswered. They lead Wichita 5-2. Actually, it's 4 unanswered for Kansas City after Wichita led 2-1 early in the second period. Kansas City's been outstanding to start the year. They're 12-3 on the year, and it looks like they're going to get their 13th win. They lead 5-2 late in the third period. Allen, how about this for a comeback? Tulsa, last time we checked in the first intermission, Tulsa led 4-1. Allen scored 4 goals in the third period. Actually, they scored 3 in the third period to tie it up, 4-4. And then former Grizzly defenseman Chris Malari scored 112 into overtime. As Allen gets a big comeback victory, 5-4 over the Tulsa Oilers. So it looks like a fun comeback victory for the Allen Americans, who have scoring a goal for Allen, making his Allen debut, is a very familiar name. Johnny Walker was signed by Allen, and he scored a third period goal for the Americans in their 5-4 victory. So how about that? Johnny Walker making his Allen Americans debut, and he scored the third goal for Allen. As Walker ended the night with 1 goal. He was a -1 and had 4 shots. So I think that's the first I'd actually noticed. I noticed Allen wanted to pick up Johnny Walker, and it looks like they have. Other former Grizzlies on that Allen Americans roster include Malari, who had the game winner. He had 1 goal and 1 assist, and Eric Williams, the defenseman who was with the club in the 2019-2020 season. That was his first year as a pro. Williams had 1 shot for Allen. So a big comeback victory, 5-4, and Johnny Walker contributed to it. How about this, though? You look at the schedule next week for the Grizzlies. Obviously, they got Newfoundland this week. Next week, the Grizzlies are going to be on the road. Who do they face next Friday? The Allen Americans. And Johnny Walker, Chris Malari, Eric Williams and company. It's only going to be 1 game in Allen next week, and then the scene shifts to Tulsa for BOK Center. And next Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be a 2-game set against the Tulsa Oilers. Hopefully the Oilers have new camera operators this season. Or hopefully I get on a plane and I get to go visit BOK Center and get to see it live. Either way, that's going to be an interesting week on the road. 3 games, 1 against Allen next Friday with Johnny Walker, and then Tulsa for 2 straight. Other action in the league, every game's gone final except for Rapid City and here, as Kalamazoo defeats Toledo 4-3. Atlanta over Savannah 7-3. Reading defeats Maine 4-3. It was also a 4-3 final as Greenville over South Carolina. In overtime, Jacksonville's a 2-1 winner over Florida. Fort Wayne defeats Indy 3-2 in overtime. Also in OT, Worcester over Adirondack 4-3. Trois-Rivières defeats Norfolk 5-3. And Cincinnati defeats Wheeling 5-2. Interesting fun fact, you see all the overtime games in the league. The Grizzlies are the only team in the league who have yet to play an overtime game. That's right, we're at Thanksgiving, and the Grizzlies have not played an overtime yet. 1-goal game heading into the third. Who knows, this might be the night we end up seeing overtime here at Maverik Center. Utah leads 3-2 after 2 periods. A lot of fun here at Maverik Center. Get your tickets for tomorrow night. 6:50 pregame show, 7:10 face-off. And what can you say? You know, you talk about this one being a lot of fun. I got a feeling tomorrow is going to be a fun one as well. Get your tickets to UtahGrizzlies.com or go to the Maverik Center box office. The Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, have a 3-2 lead over the Minnesota Wild. That game with 8 minutes left in the third period. First intermission, Vancouver leads Seattle 1-0. Final scores from along the NHL. Busy Black Friday. Red Wings over the Bruins 5-2. Rangers defeat the Flyers 3-1. Blackhawks in overtime defeat the Growlers NHL affiliate, the Toronto Maple Leafs, in a battle of original 6 clubs. 4-3 Chicago over Toronto. Blue Jackets are a 2-1 winner over the Devils. Predators defeat the Blues 8-3. Oilers over the Capitals 5-0. Kings defeat the Ducks 5-2. In a shootout, Montreal defeats San Jose 3-2. Buffalo over Pittsburgh 3-2. Islanders defeat the Senators 5-3. Lightning opened up a can on Carolina 8-2. That game played in Carolina. Battle of Eastern Conference powerhouses. Winnipeg defeats Florida 3-0. And Calgary over Dallas 7-4. In college football, halfway through the fourth quarter, 7th-ranked Texas leads Texas Tech 50-7. Through three quarters, a big Pac-12 battle. Oregon, ranked 6th in the country, 10-1 record. They lead 16th-ranked Oregon State 24-7. Games have gone final in college football. Utah State in 2 overtimes defeats New Mexico 44-41, and that's important because Utah State finishes the regular season with a 6-6 record. That means they're going to a bowl game. Missouri is ranked 9th in the country, and they showed it today. They defeat Arkansas 48-14. Boise State over Air Force 27-19. Penn State shuts out Michigan State 42-0. 17th ranked Iowa defeats Nebraska 13-10. Nebraska will not be going bowling. They finish the season 5-7. 13th ranked Oklahoma over TCU 69-45. Kind of a basketball score there. Speaking of which, Oklahoma's basketball program, I think they scored 72 points today. Oklahoma 72, USC 70 on the basketball court. With as bad as USC's defense is on the gridiron, that wouldn't surprise me if that was a football score as well. On the basketball floor, Oklahoma over USC 72-70. One local college basketball game late first half. NC State leads BYU 37-30. It's 3-2 Grizzlies. Scoring chances are pretty close to even. Both teams have 9 scoring chances through 2 periods. The hitting's really picked up. Newfoundland has a 13-10 edge on the hits. Face-offs, Grizzlies have won that battle 23-16. Power play shots, Grizzlies have 5. Growlers have 11. So it looks like we got a pretty interesting third period in store. Utah leads 3-2. We'll have third period action when we come back here at Maverik Center, as looks like we'll skate 4-on-4 for the first minute and 17 of the final frame of regulation. Utah's not played in overtime yet this season. They're the only team in the league that can say that. We'll see what happens here in the third. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Growlers 2 on the Grizzlies Radio Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Now we're about set to start third period action as Utah leads 3-2. To recap the scoring quickly, McMessner got Utah on the board first, 9:57 in, with Josh Wesley and Kyle Mayhew getting the assist. Utah's 4-1 when scoring first. Zach O'Brien for Newfoundland got a power play goal, 10:50 in. Later on in the first, Brett Stapley gave Utah a 2-1 lead. He scored 18:28 in on a rebound backhand shot. Messner and Cutler with the assist. That was a power play goal. Both teams had a power play goal in the first period. Newfoundland 1 for 4, Utah 1 for 2 on the power play. A minute 3 into the second period, both teams are skating 4-on-4, and Stapley on the give and go. It was Mayhew to Stapley, back to Mayhew, and Mayhew found the back of the net for his 4th of the year. Stapley and Burke with the assists. Tykonik on the left side centered it to Isaac Johnson out in front. Johnson scored his 3rd of the year, 12:35 in. Tykonik and Brock Caulfield with the assists. Aaron Aragon and Adam Daw got in a fight. 19-17 into the second period. They're in the box to start the third period. Nathan Burke's in there serving a boarding minor. Tate Singleton is in the box serving an interference minor. And we'll start the third period skating 4-on-4. Fans are having a good time here at Maverik Center. We've got a great crowd, and they've been treated to a good one here. Same teams tomorrow night. Utah won on Wednesday, 4-1. Grizz this season are 4-0 when leading after two periods. All four of those leads after two have come here at Maverik Center. As Josh Victor talking with the referee, Victor doesn't look like he's very happy. Kind of shakes his head back and forth. But Josh Victor is in the box to start the third period, serving a 10-minute misconduct. So he'll come back about halfway through the third period. Referee Dominic Cadieu says he's had his work cut out for him. Grizzlies wearing the cream-colored jerseys will skate from right to left as we see it from high top section 114. In your mind's eye, see it on YouTube. Martell and Cutler will take the draw. Cutler will take the draw. Martell's out there. Wesley and Mayhew taking the face-off for the Growlers is Isaac Johnson. And Tykonik's out there, as well as number 19, Grant Cruikshank. And Zach O'Brien also on the ice for the Growlers. So two defensemen and two forwards for both clubs here to start the third period. Dillingham and Tykonik, the two defensemen. I thought I said Cruikshank. It was Dillingham, number 16. That's out there for the Growlers instead of Cruikshank. Draw at center ice, won by the Grizzlies. Kyle Mayhew gets it. We're skating 4-on-4 to start the third period. Utah leads 3-2. Mayhew behind Miner's net, skates down the middle. Now he veers off to the far corner, does a half circle. Mayhew comes back as he skates towards neutral ice. Right wing pass to Martell off the boards. He crosses center ice. Martell chips it in. Martell feeds it along the near wall to Cutler, who gets the bouncing puck. Actually doesn't. And Dillingham gets it before Cutler. Cutler comes off the ice about 30 seconds into the third period. Dillingham crosses center ice. Gains the line. Veers off to the right. Takes a shot. And it fires off of Wesley's stick and flies out of play. 32 seconds into the third period. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Growlers 27 shots. Grizzlies have taken 22. On Wednesday night, Newfoundland had a 30-13 edge on the shot count. Stapley will take the draw against Cruikshank. Cruikshank talking with Joe Masonis. Crowd pretty quiet here to start the third period, but they were very animated towards the end of the second period. Draw won by the Growlers, but Weiss couldn't get it. Wesley moves ahead to Raby, across the center ice of the puck, 2-on-2. Raby skates in, drops it off for Wesley, right point. Wesley over to Stapley behind the net, who rolls along the near wing boards for Mayhew. Mayhew lifts it to the near corner for Stapley. Those guys were college teammates at Denver, know each other very well. Stapley gets pushed by Masonis. As another Growler, Tykonik, makes that earn. Takes the puck and he slides it to the near side. 1 minute into the third. 1-on-2. Growlers cross center ice. Now Cruikshank skates down the middle. He gets cut off by Mayhew. Puck rolls towards Miner, covers up. We get a whistle. 1:06 into the third period. 11 seconds left in the 4-on-4 before Burke and Singleton exit the box and join the ice for the first time this period. Draw's going to be in the far circle. Second of a three-game set. Both teams will battle again tomorrow night. As the face-off won by Utah. Thomas around his net with good speed. Thomas near side, slides it ahead. Puck bounced off a Tykonik stick. Thomas skates over there and kicks it into the Growler zone. Newfoundland has it. Burke will join the play initially, and so does Singleton. Singleton gets the puck. He skates in. Right circle, backhand shot goes wide. As the puck glides along to the left point, Dillingham over to Singleton, who falls down. Fans jeer him as Penner moves it out to center ice, but Gallant couldn't reach it. Out to the right side, Tykonik whips it around the boards as Messner moves it ahead to Gallant. He's at center ice. He skates in 1-on-4. He overskates it, gets it back, and drives it along the wall. And Singleton holds up Penner along the end boards. Messner over the area, throws to the point. The only guy there is Caulfield. Problem, he plays for the Growlers. He crosses center ice, right side, bounces it off the Rogers and Russell sign on two opps of the ice. Deep in the Grizzlies zone. Puck taken by Burke, moves it ahead. Messner couldn't handle the bouncing puck as the Growlers cross center ice left wing, and they drive it into the right corner. Miner behind his net will feed it to the near side. Grizz up 3-2. It bounced off of Weiss, who holds up in the corner. 2-on-2 battle. Semick as Weiss tosses off the end boards and chases after it. As Berezowski over to Cruikshank. One-timer saved by Miner. That was a blast. But Miner makes a save. Puck lifts high into the air. Just misses the video board as the pass was by Cutler, who tried to hit the roof. Weiss over to Modries at the Newfoundland blue line. Up ahead towards Cruikshank, who enters from the right side. Throws to the middle for Weiss. Weiss veers off into the right corner as he's being shadowed by Mayhew. Weiss and Mayhew battle. Cutler moves it out to center ice. Steeply across the center. Good poke check by Dennis. Berezowski left side near the Grizzlies bench. Gets taken away by Steeply. Now Yakura feeds it back up top for Semick as Semick carries it out to neutral ice. Left wing pass to Cutler at center ice. He dumps it in and skates off as Steeply hits O'Brien behind the net. Steeply fires it towards the crease, cross ice, and it goes wide. Mayhew left side, lefty shot. Saved by McKay. And Dryden McKay holds on. We get a whistle, 16:53 left in the third. A lot of fun action here. Make sure to go to UtahGrizzlies.com for the latest information and to get tickets for every Grizzlies home game. Stapley will take the draw. He's got Raby to his left and Martell to his right. Mayhew and Wesley stay on the ice. Almost a double shift for them. A lot of ice time for Mayhew and Wesley. As you can tell, the importance of this game for both teams. Growlers win the draw. Lincoln Earn over in the corner. The Canisius product gets pushed by Martell. Raby over there as well. O'Brien comes out of the pile with the puck. Caulfield left wing pass to Johnson, who feeds it to center ice. Stapley picks it off and throws it back in. Stapley comes off. So does Mayhew. It was replaced by Thomas. As Masonus trying to carry it out of the zone. Taken away by Penner, who taps it off the end boards. McKay plays it behind his net wearing number 45. Over to Caulfield, far corner. He slides it across to Earn near circle. Now Earn will skate up ice. He moves to center ice. Bouncing puck. O'Brien chases after it, but icing is on the Growlers. 16-17 left in the third. Draw is going to come back towards Dryden McKay. Really good crowd. He's a fan on Flow Sports in a Maple Leafs jersey. Growlers are the league affiliate of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Off the ice, a lot of guys wear blue, even though the Growlers' colors are black, white, and gold. Burke will take the draw against Caulfield, and it's won by Utah. Messner slides into the middle, picked off by O'Brien, who moves ahead to Johnson. Now it goes back to O'Brien, right side, as he skates to the right circle. He gets tripped up, and the call is made. Cole Gallant's going to get 2 minutes for tripping. Utah touches up. As O'Brien was skating towards the right circle, Gallant tripped him from behind. And the referee who was at neutral ice spotted it. Cole Gallant argues this case. Actually, they're going to call a hook. They probably could have called a trip. The hooking's the call as Gallant goes to the box with 16:05 left in the third period. And based on the replay and based on what I saw live, looked like a good call. As hooking's the call, 3:55 into the third period. As Gallant hangs out with Aaron Aragon in the penalty box. Josh Victor and Adam Dodd are still in the Newfoundland box. Grant Cruikshank talks to both guys up top, Zach O'Brien and Johnny Tykonik. Cruikshank takes the draw against Tyler Penner, who's been a key to the Grizzlies' penalty kill since he joined the club in the start of the 2021-22 season. Face off, and Cruikshank gets kicked out. Isaac Johnson will take the draw. Cruikshank will be on the right wing. Draws in the far circle, and it's it goes towards the end boards, and Cruikshank feeds it to the left point. Penner cuts it off and clears it out. Good job by Tyler Penner anticipating where the puck was going to be. As O'Brien back behind his net, Growlers skate from left to right here in the third period. Utah leads 3-2. Tykonik out to neutral ice, over to Berezowski. He feeds it across, and it goes to Cruikshank over to O'Brien, who skates down the middle. Feeds it to the right point for Berezowski. Yakura pushes and clears it out to center. Good job by Dean Yakura. As Tykonik back to his own goal line. Growlers spread the ice. Up ahead to O'Brien, who crossed the center ice logo. Now he veers off to the left. Steps over the line. It's Johnson. Over to Tykonik. Left side. Tykonik surveys. Dances around the far wing boards. Now he glides towards the corner. Centers it to Cruikshank. Cruikshank has a tough time handling it, and he'll fire it off the far boards. At the point, Johnson gets double-teamed. Utah took it away. Brian Yoon will sell it towards Dryden McKay. Grizz make a line change. So do the Growlers. halfway through the power play as McKay holds on to it. Burke tried to take it away from behind. Singleton gets challenged by Burke, but Burke gets pushed by Tykonik. As the fans want to call, Singleton gains center ice. Right wing pass to Caulfield, who gains the line. Feeds from one circle to the other. Now Modry down the middle over to Shea, who swings and misses on a one-timer from the right side. Caulfield throws it to the left for Weiss. Tyler Weiss gets up top for Modry. Now to the right side, Singleton, one-timer. And he didn't get much on it as it glanced off the end board slowly. Now to the far goal line. Mayhew dives in front of Shea to intercept the centering pass. Growlers still have it. Weiss towards the far corner, being shadowed by Cutler. He feeds up top to Modry, late in the power play. Now to Singleton, right circle. He gets up top for Weiss, left side. Lefty shot is blocked by Burke's stick and flies to the right corner. Singleton to Caulfield. Modry back to Singleton, who gets to the near goal line. Shea back to Singleton. Dance around the right point. Now to centering pass shot. And saved by Minor as Caulfield took the shot. Gallant's out of the box. Modry high slot. Gets hit by Gallant. And the Grizz keeping it in is Tyler Weiss. Right side. Centering pass shot. Glove save by Minor. As Weiss was on the right side. Centered it to Shea. And Minor made a quick glove save. 13:55 left in the third period. Well, that was a crafty pass to Shea out in front. And Minor with the quick reflexes was able to keep Utah in the lead. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Growlers 2. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
"13 minutes, 55 seconds left in regulation. Utah leads Newfoundland 3-2. Grizz 23 shots. Growlers have 31. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Brett Stapley will take the draw. He's got 1 goal and 1 assist. Kyle Mayhew and Mick Messner also have 1 goal and 1 assist. Cruikshank will take the draw for the Growlers as Utah's up by 1. They are 4-0 this year when leading after 2. As draw won by the Growlers. They throw it over to Earn. Right point. Righty shot. Saved by Minor. As he holds on, he makes the body save. 13:49 left in the third. Boy, Lincoln Earn really got a lot of steam on that shot from the right point. But Minor was able to hold on. Face off in the right circle. Cruikshank against Utah's Brett Stapley. Johnny Tykonik has 2 assists for the Growlers. Isaac Johnson, 1 goal and 1 assist. Off the draw, Cruikshank loses his balance. Grizz win it. Raby gets back checked by Cruikshank. Action in the Grizzlies zone near side. Now Stapley will carry it out to center ice. Stapley backhands as the puck lifts on him. Over to the near side. Stapley and a Growler collide neutral ice. And looks like we're going to get a penalty. Jackson, Berezowski, and Stapley, the 2 number 7s. Berezowski pushes Stapley. Now Weiss takes his right glove and hits Stapley on the side. Let's see who's going to get the penalty. The referee points to some other players. Earn skates towards the bench. Stapley will skate towards the penalty box. Josh Victor yells at Brett Stapley. Stapley's going to get a penalty. And the fans, once they realize that it's only a Grizzly going to the box, they voice their displeasure as there's 13:33 left in the third. And the Growlers are going to be back on the power play. Newfoundland 1 for 4 on the power play tonight. Fans are getting their money's worth here tonight as Stapley got pushed along the boards and then Stapley dragged down Berezowski. And that's what the referee spotted. 2 minutes for roughing Brett Stapley, 6:27 into the third period. Cruikshank will take the draw against Tyler Penner. Penner's been instrumental in the Grizzlies' penalty kill. This might actually be the Grizzlies' second penalty kill of the third period now I think about it. Growlers win the draw. O'Brien right side towards the circle. He feeds it up top to Tykonik, who's got 2 assists. Over to Johnson, back to Tykonik, who fakes a one-timer in the high slot. Glides towards his left. Now back to Johnson, who fakes a pass to Tykonik. Now he throws it to Berezowski. Back to Johnson. Along the far boards. Back up top for Tykonik. Over to Johnson. Far circle. Back to Tykonik. One-timer that goes just wide. Miner didn't see it. O'Brien skates along the near goal line. Centering pass out in front. Berezowski swings and misses. Now right side Tykonik with a shot that's blocked by Yakura. Now towards the side. Newfoundland centering pass, shot and a score as Grant Cruikshank ties it up as he got a great pass from O'Brien from behind the net. It's a second power play goal for the Growlers here as Cruikshank gets his 10th goal of the year on a great pass from Zach O'Brien, who now has a multiple-point game. Shot was taken, bounced off the backboard. Miner was on his side. O'Brien over to Cruikshank. There wasn't much Miner could do as he was laying on his side there in front of the net, and Cruikshank was able to get it past him. 13:01 left in the third period, and we're tied at 3. Cruikshank with the goal, O'Brien and Tykonik with the assist. That's Tykonik's 3rd assist of the contest. So we're tied at 3. Draws at center ice. It's anybody's game now. Growlers have outshot the Grizzlies 33-23. Draw won by Newfoundland. Tykonik, diagonal pass off the near wing boards towards Singleton. Singleton near corner. Gets pushed by Thomas. Singleton keeps his feet. The Ohio State product. He's in the far circle. Backhand shot. Save. Rebound. Singleton's shot goes wide. Puck off the near boards. Aragon gets it fresh out of his fighting major. Aragon gains the line. He gets it by Dillingham. Puck deep in the Growlers zone over in the near corner. 2-on-2 battle. Taking it is Adam Daw, who fought Aragon late in the second period. He bounced off a Grizzly. Nathan Burke gets pushed along the near wing boards by Tykonik. As Burke and Tykonik, Burke has held up Tykonik's arm. Burke and Tykonik drag each other to the ice. Puck goes from the near corner all the way to the far side as Singleton gets hit by Burke. Burke playing a physical game. Growlers have it. Daw gets cut off by Cutler. And Singleton carries it out of the zone. Singleton backhand pass towards the Grizzlies zone. Grizz cleared out to center. Aragon dumps it in. Grizz make a line change. 8 minutes into the third period. We're tied at 3. It's a very spirited game here. Masonus throws it across. Earn off the near wing board. Semick gets it at the Utah blue line. Johnson pokes it away. Johnson dumps it to the corner. Burke gathers it. Make that Teixeira over towards Semick. As Teixeira wearing an A on his sweater. Stapley in the far corner. Will bounce it off a Growler. It goes to Semick, who lifts it to the right side. Gathered by the Growlers at their blue line. Pass ahead to O'Brien connects. O'Brien, right wing pass to Caulfield. His brother plays in the NHL with Montreal. Caulfield fires towards the net. Johnson gets it left side. Johnson surveys. He'll throw it to the left side for Modry. Lefty shot is blocked. Teixeira out to Messner. Diagonal pass connects. Messner left circle. Shot. Saved by McKay. And Messner and Masonus both talking to each other as Masonus hit Messner along the boards. And now somebody's going to go slash Josh Wesley. Masonus is losing his cool going after Cole Gallant. Masonus wants to fight anybody that will be a willing participant. Masonus puts both palms in the air. And Dominic Cadieux, the referee, looks on. No penalties either way. 11-17 as Cadieux just points to the far circle and says, let's play hockey. Masonus wanted to take it up with anybody in the Grizzlies uniform. Utah trying to keep its cool. Great pass there diagonally to Messner. Messner had a good look on the left side. Then after the whistle, Masonus just hit Messner along the boards. Messner said, was that really necessary? And then Wesley went over there, tapped with a Growler. Then Masonus went and yelled at Wesley. Then Masonus pushed Gallant in the back of the head and said, let's go. It's anybody. Off the draw, Wesley right point shot saved by McKay. Growlers will carry it out of their zone on the rebound as Weiss gets stripped up at center ice. And the referee spotted it. Raby touches up as Weiss was crossing center ice. Raby tripped him. It's either a trip or a hook. Let's see what the referee's signal is. Either way, the Growlers are on the power play. Hooking is the call. Raby goes to the box. Growlers back on the power play. Newfoundland has 2 power play goals here tonight. As Weiss looked like a good call. The fans, obviously, with black professional green and white blood think otherwise. 2 minutes for hooking, 9:55, or make that 8:55 into the third period. Of course, the paper I says 8:55. Draws in the far circle. Growlers win it. Tykonik, 3 assists already tonight. Left point, throws it to the left circle. Isaac Johnson dances around. He feeds it back up top to Tykonik. Tykonik, left point, back to Johnson. Johnson the far side as he feeds it across to O'Brien. Right circle, now up top to Tykonik, who fakes a shot. Tykonik feeds to the right side for Cruikshank. Back to O'Brien. One-timer goes wide. I think Penner got a piece of it. Johnson, left point, throws to the corner for Berezowski. Jackson is his first name, over to Cruikshank. He loses it. Wesley tries to clear it out. Far side, Growlers keep it in. Now they throw it to the middle for O'Brien. He feeds it off the end boards. Cruikshank throws it to the left side. Nobody there as Yakura will skate off the ice. He was in the area. Growlers reset. Pass to center ice for O'Brien. Right wing, he gets around Gallant. O'Brien stops the point, throws it to the middle. Messner picks it off, and he'll clear it out. McKay over in the near corner as McKay will throw it around his net. As Cruikshank, halfway through the third period, will carry it out to neutralize. Cruikshank gets back checked by Gallant, as he'll carry it in. Left wing pass to Weiss. Weiss will skeet towards his right. Now he feeds up top to Modry. Now to the right side for Shea, as both teams got a line change in. As Modry, high slot near the Bud Light sign. Over to Shea, back to Modry. He's in the high slot. Left wing pass to Weiss, back to Shea. One-timer, big save by Miner. What a stop by Trent. Puck still in play. Gallant down the middle, clears it out. What a great stop by Trent Miner as he moved to his left to make the kick stave. As Shea throws to Singleton. He enters the zone down the middle. Now left wing pass to Weiss. Weiss skates to the corner, gets back checked by Cutler. Texture over there. Caulfield feeds it up top. Modry, left side, late in the power play. Less than 20 seconds left. Singleton up top from Modry. Back to Singleton. One-timer. Saved by Miner. Weiss left side. Shot when it goes wide. Puck glides along the near wing boards and it exits the zone. 9:10 left in the third. Raby stands up as Weiss drops it off. Back to 5-on-5 skating. Good penalty kill for the Grizz. Shea throws to the right side. Sorry, pass to Singleton, who swings and didn't get much on a one-timer. As the shot goes wide. Raby with great speed. Cross the center ice. Enters the zone. He gets slashed. No call. Raby towards the near wing boards. Veers off to the corner. Throws to Stapley. Stapley gets triple teamed. He feeds it back to Raby. It goes past him to Mayhew. Left point. He'll take a lefty shot. Stick save by McKay. As Raby along the end wall looks to center it. Poked away by Masonis. Now the Growlers throw it to the near side. Daw collides with Mayhew. Kicks it back deeper in the corner. Stapley trying to get it back to Mayhew. Daw picked it off. Now to Masonis. Cross-ice pass off the near board. Singleton moves it ahead. Mayhew slides it over to Martel. Left side. Martel to Messner. He skates the right circle. Messner with a lefty shot, and it goes wide and deflects off the protective netting. Stapley and Dillingham exchange words after the whistle. 8 minutes, 19 seconds left in the third. Boy, there when the Grizzlies were shorthanded, Trent Miner made 2 or 3 outstanding saves to keep it a tie game. As he was trying to cover up, but puck just kind of trickled a little bit too far past him, but then Cole Gallant was able to clear it out. Raby looked like he got tripped up, but because he kept his feet and didn't lose his balance much, we kept playing on. 8:19 left in the third. Both teams slowly make a line change. There's been a lot of spirit to this game. Matt Cook, the Growlers head coach, talking with Josh Victor, is now out of the penalty box after serving his misconduct. Penner will take the drop. Action in the Growlers zone. Just waiting for 5 to be on. Well, 5 are on the ice for the Growlers. The Growlers claim that the faceoff should be in the other circle. Right now it's on the left side. Grizz skate from right to left. Faceoff's going to stay. Easy for me to say. In the near circle. Cruikshank against Penner on the draw. Faceoff won by Utah. We're tied at 3 late in the third period. Left side, Thomas shot blocked. Penner feeds it out in front, and Messner couldn't connect. As we get a penalty, there was a lot of action. There was a stick that broke in the left side. High sticking is going to be the call. Who's it going to be on? It's going to be on the Growlers. Grizz is going to have a power play with 8:11 left in the third. As a stick went flying soon after the faceoff, and going to the box is Nolan Dillingham. Dillingham will serve 2 minutes. 8:11 left in the third. High sticking's the call. Time of penalty, 11:49 into the third period. We're tied at 3. Both teams have been successful on the power play tonight. Cutler will take the draw. He's got Messner to his left, Wesley to his right, and up top is Stapley and Mayhew. Those guys have played a ton of minutes for the Grizzlies here tonight. It's anybody's game here halfway through the third period. Nolan Dillingham in the box right now, 2 minutes for high sticking. Second of a 3-game set. Tomorrow night will be the series finale. Grizzlies hope it's going for the sweep. Newfoundland hopes it's a rubber match. Growlers won the face-off. They couldn't clear it out as Mayhew kept it in. Wesley over to Mayhew near boards. He skates towards his right, feeds it to Cutler. Cutler will get it to Wesley. One-timer, saved by McKay. Messner behind his net will feed it to the far corner. Stapley trying to get it up top. Caulfield took it away. They tried to throw it to Shea, who couldn't handle it. The pass is behind him. Wesley re-enters from the near side as he'll throw it towards Mayhew. Gets spun around by Victor. Fans want to call. Messner back to his feet. Josh Victor gets it. He moves it ahead. Growlers out to center ice as they chase it. Does Cruikshank, but it's taken by Mayhew. As Kyle Mayhew gets towards center ice, he's crossed the red line, trying to cross the blue. He got cut off by Tykonik. And Dennis gets it and clears it out. 7:19 and counting left in the third. About halfway through the Grizz power play as they make a line change. Teixeira, left wing pass to Burke to center ice. Burke feeds it to the line for Martel, who glides to the right corner for Raby. Raby slides to Yoon along the far wing boards. Yoon across to Teixeira. He's in the left point. Back to Yoon, who skates towards his right and delivers a pass to Burke. Burke right circle. Across to Yoon. One-timer is blocked. Rebound towards the middle. Burke skates in. Martel shoots. He scores! The Rooster gets a power play goal, and the Grizzlies have taken a 4-3 lead. Boy, what a game this has turned out to be in the Rooster. High fives everybody on the Grizzlies bench as he gets his third power play goal of the season. Burke slid it across to Yoon. He took the shot that was blocked out in front. Then Burke with a shot, and then it kicked over to Martel. Martel put it away. The Rooster fired up as Utah leads 4-3. Matt Cook argues the case. As Teixeira over there as well. Not sure they could be talking about as a power play goal. Are they going to look at it? It looks like they're going to, the referee's going to the scores table. Newfoundland looks like we're arguing something on the play. Brian Yoon gets his 5th assist of the year, and Nathan Burke also with an assist. Martel the referee talking with Teixeira. Growlers have somebody going to the penalty box, and that's Coop Miners. So it looks like Coop Miners goes to the penalty box. Matt Cook is arguing with the linesman. And it looks like he's pretty heated. Now another Growler, O'Brien, is talking with the referee. Kanaswich talking with Teixeira, and now Teixeira skates towards the referee. Who knows what they could be talking about here with 6:51 left in the third. Looks like a misconduct was given to Coop Miners. So Alex Coop Miners got a misconduct. He's going to the box. And unless we got overtime, he'll be in there the rest of the night. Boy, a lot of fun here at Maverik Center tonight. Stapley, 1 goal and 1 assist. Mayhew, Messner also with 1 goal and 1 assist. Martel. Grizzlies fans hope it's the game-winning goal. He scored 13:09 in. It was on the power play. Utah's got 2 power play goals tonight. Yoon and Burke with the assists. So Coop Miners in the box. Matt Cook, the head coach, is pretty heated. It's like a pretty clean play, though. I'm not, maybe they're arguing there was goaltender interference. Cook, a guy that got pretty heated as a player, and it looks like the same case in a suit as a coach. Off the drop. Move it ahead. Coop Miner's misconduct. He's in the box. We're skating 5-on-5. Josh Victor has it. He's at neutral ice. He kicks ahead to O'Brien. It glanced off his stick. Semick ahead to Cutler. Will backhand it towards center ice. Growlers feed it to the offensive line as O'Brien over to Johnson. Johnson gets back checked as Aragon took it away. Now Teixeira carries the puck across center ice. Teixeira glides into the corner and chases after it. Teixeira collides with a Growler near goal line. Teixeira gets pushed in the back. Johnson gets it. As Johnson skates behind the Growlers net, both teams make a change. As there's a little bit more than 6 minutes left in regulation. Utah leads 4-3. Growlers back behind their net as they'll skate across center ice. Newfoundland skates in towards the far corner. Singleton with good speed. He battles Mayhew along the inboards. Singleton feeds it back up top for Shea. Over to Tykonik, left point. He'll feed it to the right corner on one hop of the ice. Steeply gets it. Singleton pushes Wesley as Wesley holds up Singleton's stick. Puck goes back to Growlers territory. Newfoundland skates from left to right. 5.5 minutes left in the third. Growlers enter from the left side. Singleton tries to center it. It glanced off of the stick of Gallant as Growlers near goal line. As they feed it up top to the left circle. Lefty shot is blocked. That was taken by Singleton. Singleton gets it back to Tykonik. High slot. Fakes a shot. Now right side shot is blocked by Gallant's stick and flies to Miner. He makes a save. Singleton and Wesley push each other. All shifts, they were aggressive with each other with 5:16 left in the third. Timeout on the ice. We'll take one as well. Utah leads 4-3. Jordan Martell right now has the goal that makes the difference. This is power play goal with 13-19. Has Utah 1-goal lead. We'll find out how this one ends when we come back in 1 minute. 5:16 left in the third on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
5:16 left in the third period. High drama here at Maverik Center as Jordan Martell scored 13:09 into the third period. As both teams have 2 power play goals tonight. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Trent Miner has stopped 34 of 37. Newfoundland's Dryden McKay has saved 26 of 30. Face-offs in the near circle of the Grizzlies zone. And it's won by Growlers. They throw it to the near corner. Weiss holds up Hume. Puck squirts towards the middle. Dennis, lefty shot. Kick saved by Miner in the butterfly position. Dennis battles along the far wing boards with Martell. Thomas in the area. Martell clears it out to center. Joe Mason has it. He used to play for Fort Wayne. He's now back in his own zone. Martell used to also play for Fort Wayne as Martell chases by. Growlers cross center ice as Cruikshank skates to the left side. Lefty shot. Saved by Miner. Glove stopped by Trent as no rebound there. 4:45 left in the third. Utah still leads 4-3. Fans are having a good time tonight. If tomorrow night's anything like tonight is, you're in for a treat. Get your tickets at UtahGrizzlies.com. Utah's hoping to go for a 3-game sweep. Growlers are hoping it's a rubber match. Like Cruikshank right there near the left circle. Boy, he got a lot of that shot. It didn't look like he was really pushing that hard for that shot, but you could tell why he's a good goal scorer. He got his 10th of the year earlier in the third period. As a draw won by the Grizz as Burke clears it out. Cutler chases after in the Growlers zone. Getting there first is Dillingham. Dillingham, far side, backhand pass towards the Growlers bench. Puck lifts high into the air. Kanasowicz tried to catch it. He has a bounce off his left hand. Kanasowicz gives a fan a souvenir behind the Grizzlies bench. As Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, with the towel over his right shoulder, was trying to catch it as well. 4:31 left in the third. Draw's going to be at center ice. Cutler will take it for Utah against Tate Singleton. They show the fan who came away with the puck. Growlers win the draw. Right wing, Dillingham wheels it around the boards. As Johnson kicks it behind the net for Caulfield. Back to Johnson. A glance off his skate and goes to Nathan Burke, who clears it out. As got redirected by a Growler. No icing. Newfoundland chases it back deep in their own end, skating from left to right. 4:10 and counting left in the third. Utah leads 4-3. Grizz won 4-1 on Wednesday in the series opener. As Tykonik gets center ice, will back it out into his own zone as he's trying to get around Messner. Tykonik gets to center ice and pitches it in. Mayhew gets the puck as Johnson was trying to get it. As Mayhew lifts it out to Stapley, goes over his stick, bouncing puck into the Growlers zone. Earn will ice it. As the whistle blows, with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third. I wonder what the attendance is tonight. It's about the biggest crowd the Grizzlies have had since opening night. In fact, this might be bigger than opening night. Attendance tonight listed at 5,446. 5,446. That actually looks pretty conservative. I'd say it's probably close to 6 tonight based on the middle being pretty packed. But the attendance listed 5,446. Draw's going to be in the near circle of the Growlers zone. And Utah leading 4-3. Face-off won by the Growlers. As Josh Victor will carry it out to center ice. Victor gets it poked away by Mayhew. As Grizz get it back. Stapley in the cream-colored jerseys. Trying to dump it in, but not all the way. Growlers skate from left to right. As Victor gets the neutral ice, he moves it ahead. Big-time hit delivered by Wesley near the Grizzlies bench. Oh, that's going to be interference. They're going to give Wesley a penalty. As Newfoundland was skating in Grizzlies territory, neutralized, Josh Wesley delivered a big hit. But it's going to pay a price. And that's going to be 2 minutes in the box. Wesley puts both palms in the air. And Dominic Cadieux tells Wesley why he got the penalty. 3:23 left in the third. And it's going to be a Growlers power play. Newfoundland skated in. Wesley delivered a big hit. It didn't look as big on the replay as it did live. The Grizzlies bench points to the video board and says, see, that was a clean play. As Wesley gets 2 minutes. Interference is the call. Time of penalty 16:37 in. Both teams have 2 power play goals tonight. Newfoundland 2 for 7. Grizzlies 2 for 3. As the Growlers win the draw. Left side. Tykonik 3 assists tonight. Over to O'Brien. O'Brien's had a good game. Back to Tykonik. He's in the left side, feeds it to the left. Johnson shot, and it goes wide off the protective netting. It's interesting for the Grizzlies, all these penalties. It's their 8th penalty kill here tonight. They came into play with the fewest penalty minutes in the league. Tykonik 3 assists. Zach O'Brien 1 goal and 1 assist. Isaac Johnson 1 goal and 1 assist. Those are 3 guys on the ice to watch out for here. As 10 seconds into the power play, Newfoundland wins the draw. They slide it across to O'Brien. Pass picked off. Yakura chases after it. Tykonik gets there first. Tykonik in front of his goaltender. About 3 minutes left in regulation. Utah leads 4-3. Tykonik back to center ice. Will drop it off for Cruikshank. Cruikshank with good speed. Skates to the left side. Now he veers off to the right. Trying to get to Berezowski. Off the boards, Berezowski keeps it in. He throws it to Tykonik behind his back. Back to Berezowski. He has to chase after along the end boards. As Mayhew. Ton of minutes for Mayhew tonight. Over to Penner, who throws to the left point. Tykonik kept it in. Across to O'Brien. Right side, he skates towards the circle. O'Brien, righty shot. Blocked by Thomas, who gets the puck and clears it out. Great job by Corey Thomas holding his ground. Grizzlies make a line change. Growlers will switch up skaters as well. As Tykonik out at neutral ice. Chips it ahead to Shea. Crossing center ice. As Singleton, he gains the line. Singleton loses it. Messner fanned on clearing it out. Messner gets the puck near circle. He backhands it, but couldn't keep it in. As Caulfield leapt to keep it in. Now Teixeira takes it away from Shea. Goes to center ice. Teixeira moves ahead. Messner's got a breakaway. Skates down the middle. Take a shot. He scores! Big Messner gets his second of the game. And his baby's in the refrigerator as Utah's taking a 5-3 lead. Oh, inject this Grizzlies magic directly in my veins. As Big Messner comes up clutch again. What a game. Utah gets a shorthanded goal, their second of the season. The fans are going absolutely crazy here at Maverik Center. Oh, Messner went top shelf right over the left glove of Dryden McKay. Growlers call their timeout. About 2 minutes left in the third period. As the Grizzlies get that big insurance goal shorthanded. Messner with the goal. Keone Teixeira with the assist. Messner is going to be one of the stars of the game. Hopefully they switch and make him like the first star. I think he's going to be a star, but the Messner first star, Stapley, and then Martell. Here live on the air, we're trying to figure out the three stars of the game. As everybody having a good time here at Maverik Center. As live on the air, we're trying to figure out who the three stars of the game are. I'd hate to have to be the idiot that has to pick it every game. As Nick Messner picks up the goal. As you talk about a huge insurance shorthanded goal. Growlers win the draw. Mayhew clears it out from the near circle. Growlers' net is empty. 1:48 left in the third. Growlers still on the power play for the next 22 seconds. Newfoundland crosses center ice as they skate to the far circle. They get it back up top. Now over to Tycone. One-timer, saved by Minor. Rebound goes to Teixeira. He clears out Burke towards the empty net. And he scores! This baby's in a refrigerator as the Grizzlies have taken a 6-3 lead. Burke gets his fifth of the year as everybody hugging each other at the Grizzlies bench. You could tell the importance of this one. Grizzlies really needed this one. And you talk about a Grizzlies bench that's fired up right now as they've taken a 6-3 lead. I know it's early in the season, but this is the game of the year right here. A gut check. Both teams playing about as hard as they can. Once the Growlers, you talk about the Grizzlies coming up big, leading 4-3, getting that shorthanded insurance goal. That's the second shorthanded goal, as that was shorthanded as well. McKay in there as it's the empty net shorthanded goal by Nathan Burke. Third shorthanded goal by the Grizzlies this season. 1:22 left in the third. Growlers attack from left to right. Victor right wing pass to Dye, crosses center. As he skates in, Dye gets hit by Thomas. As Cutler lifts it out to center ice. Raby gets held up. Singleton gets the puck as he's back in his own zone. Teixeira had an assist on both of the shorthanded goals. As Hume near the Grizzlies bench locates it. Moves ahead to Martell as Dobb battles. Martell dumps it back in. As McCabe will give it less than a minute left in the third period. Utah's up 6-3. As Singleton towards the end boards throws it to the far side. As Victor battles along the end wall. Mayhew skates over there, make that Martell. Raby over to the right side, getting around Singleton. As Raby centers to Martell. Martell back in, shot goes wide. Puck drifts off the end boards and glides towards McKay. As Raby was skating towards McKay and Josh Victor pushed him. And now Masonus pushes Raby. I get if he was directly near McKay, but he wasn't really that close. And because the arm has not been raised by the referee, Growlers got two shots on Raby. Draw is going to be in the far circle of the Growlers zone. 34.1 seconds left. So much fun here at Maverik Center as the Grizzlies are going to win their second in a row. And with the victory, the Grizzlies will return to the 500 mark this season. There's a gut check for the Grizzlies tonight, and they delivered big time. As the Growlers win the draw, they're in their own zone. As Newfoundland will skate across center ice. Tyler Weiss down the middle, left wing chip. Chasing after it's Modry. He gets in the far corner. He gets hit by Teixeira, who's got an A on his sweater. 2 assists shorthanded for Teixeira in the third period. Up top, Tyler Weiss. Left point dances around. 14 seconds left. Weiss towards the right side. Skates towards the circle around Stapley. Centering pass out to Berezowski. He didn't get much on it. Now fires towards the net. Stone picks it off and feeds it to the far corner. 4 seconds left. Now Modry over to Earn. Right side. Fans to their feet. And that will do it. Grizzlies win. Grizzlies win 6-3. And there was no doubt about it. as Mick Messner scored a big insurance goal with 2:03 left, shorthanded, and Nathan Burke added an empty netter. What a game for Mick Messner, who had 2 goals and 1 assist. Kyle Mayhew and Brett Stapley each had 1 goal and 1 assist. And how about Trent Miner? He came in clutch when they needed it the most. He stopped 37 of 40, and this has got to be the game of the year. Both teams had 2 power play goals, and the Grizzlies, in front of a great crowd here at Maverik Center, come up with a big victory as their record goes back to the 500 mark at 6-6. The Grizzlies salute this great crowd here at Maverik Center tonight, as Utah will go for the sweep tomorrow evening. 7:10 face-off. You want to get your tickets and enjoy some Grizzlies hockey. Remember, the local college football teams play afternoon games tomorrow. This is the place to be tomorrow night, as Grisby waves the flag at the blue line on the right side. And the Grizzlies head to the locker room victorious in their cream-colored jerseys with a green G in the front and green numbers in the back. Fans head home happy here at Maverik Center, as a great performance by Mick Messner is going to be the number 1 star tonight with 2 goals and 1 assist. We'll find out who the second and third stars are tonight when we come back in 30 seconds. Final score here from Maverik Center. It's the Grizzlies 6 and the Growlers 3 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. Jordan Martell got the game winner. He's the 3rd star. Martell scored on the power play. 13:09 in, as the Grizz scored 3 unanswered in the 3rd period after the Growlers tied it up at 3 earlier in the 3rd. As the 2nd star is Brett Stapley, who had 1 goal and 1 assist. Stapley only had 1 shot, but he played a really good all-around game, and he's turned into a really good all-around player. I think that's what he's always been. The national champion from 2 years ago, as Stapley puts a T-shirt in the front row of Section 114. The number 1 star. How amazing has he been over the last 2 weeks? You talk about a guy that's coming into his own. Mick Messner is outstanding. He scored the opt-in first goal of the game, 9:57 in on a 5-on-5 goal. And then his shorthanded goal, 17:57 in. It was not the game winner, but it was certainly a big insurance goal, as the Growlers were on the power play, and they've got a pretty good power play unit. They work the puck around pretty well, but what can you say? Keone Teixeira got both shorthanded assists late in the 3rd period. And the Grizzlies, 2 power play goals, 2 shorthanded goals. Special teams turned out to be the difference here in this game, and the Grizzlies come out on top, 6-3 the final here. Let's get to the scoring. There was a lot of action here tonight. This is about as fun as any game we've seen all year. Mick Messner gave Utah a 1-0 lead. He's the opt-in first goal of the game scorer. I think he can actually go to the Dash auction app and bid on that game puck that he slid past the goal line. Messner's goal, 9:57 in, with the assist going to Josh Wesley and Kyle Mayhew. Growlers got on the power play after Aaron Aragon got a tripping minor, 10:26 in. Brain freeze, of course. Zach O'Brien tied it up, his 3rd of the year, with Tykonik and Isaac Johnson getting the assists. That tied it up at 1 on the power play, 10:50 in. Late in the 1st period, Brett Stapley, 18:28 in, got his 3rd of the year, with the assist going to Mick Messner and Brandon Cutler. It was a power play goal, and Utah took a 2-1 lead after 1 period. Both teams had 14 shots in the 1st. Early in the 2nd period, skating 4-on-4, Kyle Mayhew gave Utah a 3-1 lead as he scored his 4th of the year. It was a beautiful give and go as Mayhew was skating down the middle, fed it to the right side for Stapley. Then Mayhew cut towards the net. Stapley found Mayhew out in front, and Mayhew put it away. Stapley and Burke picked up the assists. Growlers later in the 2nd period cut into the lead as Isaac Johnson scored his 3rd of the year on a great centering pass from Johnny Tykonik. Brady Caulfield also, or make that Brock Caulfield. Don't call him Brady, it's Brock, obviously. He scored 12:35 into the second, did Isaac Johnson. It was a 5-on-5 goal, and that made it a 3-2 game. Utah led 3-2 after 2 periods. The Grizz are now 5-0 when leading after 2 periods. Early in the third, Growlers got back on the power play as Brett Stapley got a roughing minor, 6:27 in, and 32 seconds into the power play, it was Grant Cruikshank getting his 10th of the year with Zach O'Brien and Ty Conant getting the assist. That was a Growlers' second power play goal. At that point, it was anybody's game, and you could tell both teams really wanted it. Physical play throughout. Late in the second period, Aaron Aragon got in a fight with Adam Daw, and Aragon won the fight. But when it was 3-3, who knew? I mean, you could talk about the importance of this game for both teams, even though it's early in the season. For the Grizzlies, they knew that they were a better team than what they showed last week in Iowa. And when they needed it the most, Grizzlies got on a power play after Nolan Dillingham got a high sticky minor. And late in the power play, puck was on the right side, and a shot bounced off of McKay. And then, Stapley was in the area, but it was the Rooster, Jordan Martell, to the left, who found himself all alone right there along the near goal line and got it past Dryden McKay. Not to be confused with Dylan McKay. I mean, who's Dylan McKay? Is that the guy that was from that? Was that one of the characters from Beverly Hills 90210? I don't remember. Dylan, who was Luke Perry. Was he Dylan McKay? I'm not sure, but I was thinking about Dylan McKay the whole day. But it was Dryden McKay in net for Newfoundland, and Martell got the puck past him. 13:09 into the third. Nathan Burke and Brian Yoon with the assist. What a game for Nathan Burke. 1 goal and 2 assists. When the score was 4-3, Josh Wesley delivered a big hit near the Grizzlies bench, 16:37 in, but he was called for interference. So the Growlers had a power play late in regulation trying to tie it up. But even though Newfoundland got some good shots late in the third, a puck ended up in neutral ice. Messner got it down the middle, and he had a breakaway, and he didn't miss. He went top shelf right over the left glove of Dryden McKay, and that was a huge insurance goal, and this place was going crazy here when Messner scored, and I think it was just everything that kind of built up into it. It was the physical nature of this game. It was really the spirit that both teams played with. And you talk about Grizz magic developing here at Maverik Center with 2:03 left in the third. That was Mick Messner getting his third of the year with Teixeira getting the assists. Later on in the third period, less than a minute later, the Growlers' net was empty. They were still on the power play. Grizz got it to Nathan Burke, and he really didn't have the puck for long. He just kind of slid it towards the empty net, and it found its way past the goal line. And that was all she wrote there. As Burke got his 5th of the year, 18:28 in. Teixeira picked up the assists. So 2 power play goals for the Grizzlies and 2 shorthanded goals, as the Grizz were shorthanded on that empty net goal. So you talk about the Grizzlies scoring 2 power play goals, 2 shorthanded goals. They also had a 4-on-4 goal, and the first goal of the game that Messner scored was 5-on-5. So really the Grizz, scored in many different ways tonight. And, on an evening where you needed players to step up, they got it in the form of Burke, Messner, Stapley, Mayhew, just about everybody. It doesn't really show up in the stat sheet, but Corey Thomas played an outstanding game as well. And on the penalty kill, that's where Tyler Penner and Dean Yakura really made their mark. They were outstanding on Utah's penalty kill here this evening to secure the victory. And it didn't show up on the stat sheet either, but Dakota Raby played an outstanding game as well. So what can you say? Utah's now won 2 in a row. They go for the sweep tomorrow evening. Tim Broussard's hanging out at center ice. We haven't talked to him all night. He's been busy. Hopefully we'll get a word from him as to what he saw in tonight's game. And even though Newfoundland got 40 shots, you talk about the scoring chances of those 40 shots, according to the off-ice officials, scoring chances were pretty close to even. Growlers outshot the Grizzlies 40-32, but in terms of scoring chances, Utah had 13 and the Growlers had 14. So even though that Newfoundland had an 8, had the shot count won by 8, 40-32, the scoring chances, according to the off-ice officials, were pretty close to even through 3 periods tonight. Face-off battle won by the Grizzlies, 35-27. So a little bit of an edge on the face-off circle for the Grizz. Utah had 8 giveaways. Growlers had 13, including 6 in the third period. It's kind of interesting when you think about early in the season, the Grizzlies, had the fewest penalty minutes of anybody in the league. But tonight it was the Growlers that had 8 power plays. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think when you're playing with your hair on fire, when you're playing hard, every now and then you're going to deliver a hit, and the referee is going to interpret it as interference. Things like that. And that almost has to be with the way the Grizzlies have to play. It's one of those things, you like being disciplined and staying out of the penalty box, but there kind of comes that balance. When you look at not having many penalty minutes, does that mean, you're not necessarily giving it your all? It's hard to say. But the Grizzlies, Growlers had the 2 power play goals, and obviously they're a team that really does a good job working the puck around. It seemed like the Growlers had the puck in the offensive zone quite a bit on their power plays. But when it's all said and done, you think about, needing those critical moments, when it's winning time, as they would say, you got to come up with a play. Grizzlies tonight came up with that play. Martell with the power play goal, and then obviously shorthanded when the Grizzlies needed it the most. Mick Messner came up huge, and he's the number 1 star of the game for a reason. Messner with 2 goals, 1 assist. He led all skaters on Utah's side with 7 shots. Looked like Cruikshank had 8 shots to lead the Growlers, lead all skaters in the game. But Messner was a +2. How about Kyle Mayhew? 1 goal, 1 assist. He was a +4 and had 3 shots. So Mayhew was outstanding tonight. He was paired up a lot with Josh Wesley. Wesley was just a +1 this evening with 4 shots and 1 assist. But they played a ton of minutes here in tonight's game. And you could tell with as many minutes as the top guns for the Grizzlies were playing, you could tell the importance of the game, and you can kind of sense it even in the morning, how much Ryan Kanasowicz and the unit wanted it, how important this game was, and really considering what the Growlers have upcoming in their schedule, facing Utah here tomorrow, and then 3 against the Steelheads on the road. I think they know that they've got to start winning some games here. As the Growlers fall below the 500 mark on the year, they have a record of 6-7-3. And the Grizzlies, with the victory, they've won the first 2 games of this series, and they've got a record of 6-6. And the Grizz have done a good job protecting home ice. That's certainly important with 10 of the first 13 games of the year being at Maverik Center. The Grizz are 6-3 at home this year. We had a lot of fun. Fans have filed out. You talk about a lot of juice in the building, a lot of energy. That's what we had here tonight. It was a physical game, and I think that brought some of the energy. But I just think it was the overall effort that both teams brought that really provided a ton of energy. And this place was about as lit as it can be when Messner scored that shorthanded goal to make it a 5-3 game. So what can you say? They announced the attendance. I think it's actually a pretty conservative mark. They announced a crowd of 5,446. It almost feels like there was a little bit more than that in the building tonight. Time of game was an unfortunate 2 hours and 42 minutes. Well, we spent like 20 minutes just talking things over, the referee and the captain. So that was probably why the game went a little bit long. Time of day here along the Wasatch Front is 10:07. Everybody having a good time. And, it was a fun night of hockey. And who knows what tomorrow is going to bring. I do know one thing. If tomorrow is going to be anything like tonight, we're in for a treat here at Maverik Center. As the Grizz get a 6-3 victory. And tomorrow they go for the sweep. 6:50 pregame show, 7:10 face-off. As the Grizz in the locker room right now celebrating, playing some music, and I imagine having a pretty good post-game meal. As the Rooster got the game-winning goal, he's the number 3 star. The game winner was scored 13:09 into the third. It was on the power play. Brett Stapley with 1 goal and 1 assist. He is the number 2 star. Number 1 star is Mick Messner, who scored Utah's first goal. He was the Optum first goal of the game scorer. And he had a big insurance shorthanded goal, 17:57 into the third period. Well, now I'll wrap things up. The other games within the division, the Allen Americans defeat Tulsa 5-4 as Johnny Walker, who was a key part of the Grizzlies' run last season, he made his Allen debut and scored a third period goal. That game ended in overtime. The former Grizzly, Chris Mallory, got the game winner for Allen, 5-4. Kansas City goes to 13-3 on the year. They defeat Wichita 5-2. And Idaho is a 4-1 winner over the Rapid City Rush, as Idaho's record goes to 13-2 on the season. Well, we had a lot of fun here tonight. 9 goals combined, and the fans got their money's worth as they saw a big fight late in the second period with Aaron Aragon taking down Adam Daw. And the Grizz scored 3 unanswered to turn a 3-3 tie into a 6-3 victory. Once again, in 2 hours and 42 minutes and in front of a conservative crowd of 5,446, kind of felt a little bit more like 6,000 or so. It was the Grizzlies getting a big 6-3 victory as they've now won 2 in a row. They go for the sweep tomorrow night. Coverage begins at 6:50 here on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. You've been listening to Utah Grizzlies Hockey, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.